Hey guys, Dr. Kahu here, welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be doing a new what if, and that is, what if Goku became immortal, part 1. Now as usual guys, if you guys can please like and subscribe, leave your comments down below, leave the bell notification on so you guys can be the first to get my new content, and I hope you guys all take care of you guys selves in this weird and troubling time that we're in. And not only that guys, if you guys can, follow me on my gaming streams at night time when I play Minecraft, modern Minecraft. There, right now I'm just practicing to get myself confident to the point where I'll have PvPs, role playing, and role playing with other people that want to play Minecraft later, eventually, okay, eventually, so stay tuned for that. And not only that guys, I will eventually get back into also doing all the old what ifs that I haven't finished, and rearranging a lot of the remastered ones that I'm going to be doing, okay guys, so I hope you bear in mind. But yeah, without further ado guys, let's get into this new what if, and that is, what if Goku became immortal, part 1. Now let's begin. Now if you guys have been following my channel for quite a while, you guys will understand that I've done an immortal story to what if Goku pretty much became immortal, but I used the basis of another character. That character was Ban. Ban is a character from the 7 Deadly Sins universe. Now he gained immortality by drinking the Fountain of Youth, and such after he did that he couldn't die. Now in that what if Goku had Ban's immortality, I justified Goku gaining that immortality by creating a fiction, okay? A sort of plot device to incorporate into the story. Now in Dragon Ball, there is actually a way to become immortal and a way to justify this immortality, okay? So I'm going to go with that story. So bear in mind, even though the stories are going to start pretty much at the same time, all I'm going to state to you is that the difference is, the story I'm telling you right now is a more logical and believable story than the Ban of Goku acquiring the immortality through the Ban situation, okay guys? So I hope you guys enjoy. So please sit back, relax and enjoy as we are about to begin. Now our story is going to take place right after Goku dies, when fighting Raditz, and Goku does all his journey through Snake Way, where he meets Gozen Mez in Hell. He comes back through King Yama's desk, starts his journey again, wasting more time. Goku meets Princess Snake and then gets fooled again. Goku then finally gets to King Kai's world. That's when he starts to train, but then he finds out that he has to go through all these dumb rituals to even begin to train. So yeah, everything about the story is going to go the same. Now it's not until Goku makes contact with Master Roshi almost a year to the day he dies, upon wishing Goku back. And bear in mind, if you guys have followed Dragon Ball, Master Roshi was in the toilet doing the number 2 when Goku made contact with him, and everyone was in his living room, like wondering who is he talking to, why he's in the toilet. Well, that's where our story is going to kick off. So okay guys, so let's begin. So as Master Roshi is finishing his business in the toilet, he tells everyone, Goku made contact with me, we need to get the Dragon Balls. So everyone rushes to get the Dragon Balls. And after summoning Shenron, what ends up going down is Oolong makes the same request to Shenron to kill the Saiyans, but Shenron states to them that the Saiyans, or the power of the Saiyans, are beyond his own power itself. He can't kill that was more powerful than his creator anyway. Kami is weak compared to Vegeta. And so Oolong's plan's gone. Now Bulma is just going to outright wish for Goku to be alive. But this is where things change. Master Roshi, being dead already, knowing that we could go through these situations again and again. What happens if Piccolo dies? Kami's dead, Dragon Ball's gone. All that jazz. Master Roshi thinks to himself, like, how could we do a situation where we can actually rely on the fact that we could survive more better? And so as Master Roshi is analysing it, he looks at Bulma, and when Bulma's about to shout the wish, Master Roshi grabs Bulma's mouth and stops her completely, and he goes, Shenron, hear my wish. I know this is a real trying wish, but please bear with me. And he goes, oh, spit it out. And he goes, I wish for you to revive Goku in an immortal body. Boom, everyone's startled when they hear this. They're like, what? And Oolong's like, what the hell are you up to, crazy man? Immortal body. And Bulma's like, yeah, what is that? And he goes, well, think about it. Goku's our greatest hero, our greatest warrior, in a sense, on this planet. With him not being able to die against foes like this, who knows what he can do? Bear in mind, Goku was a weak kid when I first met him. Now look at him now. He's more powerful than ever. What do you say? And as they're talking, Shannon interrupts them. He goes, excuse me. The wish that you have asked, I can grant, upon a condition. Master Roshi is hearing. He goes, yeah? What's the condition? And as they're all listening, Shannon goes, the condition's this. Goku died as a mortal, and as such, if he was to be revived the normal way, Goku would retain his mortal body and be able to live in the mortal plane normally. However, because Goku was dead and you're going to revive him in an immortal body, Goku therefore is physically bound to that body. Magic alone will not be able to do so, or undo this wish. And Master Roshi is like, what do you mean? He goes, you have asked for this wish. I will grant this wish. However, the consequences are no power in this universe can undo this wish. And so, as Master Roshi ponders this, Shannon stands up, or pretty much glares back at him and goes, so, your wish is granted. Shannon grants the wish. Bulma, Oolong, and Master Roshi are looking on. Bear in mind, King Kai watched, but he didn't show or tell Goku none of this. He thinks it's best not for Goku not to know at all. And so, as Goku's halo disappears, Goku's so excited, and he's like, yeah, alright King Kai, let's go. And as Goku's getting prepared, King Kai states that, oh my gosh, Goku, I forgot. And Goku said, what's the matter, King Kai? He goes, I forgot to calculate. You still need to make your way back through Snake Way all the way to King Yama's place to get back to Earth. Darn it, how did I miss that? Goku's like, what? Really? I thought you could have just used your magic, and sent me. And he goes, magic. And Goku's like, God, fine. So what happens is King Kai from here, like in canon, he indoctrinates Goku under the teachings of King Kai, gives him a brand new gi with King Kai's symbol, and gave him some great resistance. But King Kai knows, because of the wish that has taken place on Earth, Goku is an immortal Saiyan from this moment on. So as Goku leaves, Goku flies away, and King Kai thinks to himself, that man will not know what hit him until it's too late. And as Goku flies on, Goku immediately pushes himself physically to try get there, unaware that he will never run out of energy. He'll never feel fatigue again. Unaware that despite him being a Saiyan and he will get stronger, Goku and himself is eventually heading to a brick wall. But anyway, back into the story, Goku still heads through to King Yama's place. One notable difference is, as everything is happening on the planet, everything's still going the same. Vegeta, Nappa, the Cybermen, the Z Fighters, Yamcha, Tien, Chaozu dying, Piccolo, Gohan, and Krillin getting beat, Vegeta watching on like nothing. The only thing that changes when Goku gets to King Yama's checkout station, when Goku lands and Kame grabs his hand, Goku and him appear into the human world. When they get back to the living world, what happens is Goku flies. Now, naturally, he thought to himself he should have been tired flying all that entire time, but he's not feeling no physical fatigue. Goku thinks to himself, maybe it's because he's got so much stronger in the afterlife that his body has adapted. So Goku smiles about that. He flies down. He catches the two sensory beams from Korin and flies down to Earth. And as Goku flies down, he was about to call Nimbus, but he believes he was actually going to eat a sensory beam and then call Nimbus. But Goku realizes that he's not tired. He actually saves the sensory beam, but he still calls Nimbus down so he can conserve his energy to Goku's his own mind anyway. And so from here, the storyline is relatively the same. Nappa is still going to kill Piccolo because Piccolo's going to sacrifice himself to save Gohan. And Gohan's going to have that awesome rage where it does nothing and Nappa beats him down again until Goku saves him narrowly. Now, this is where the story dramatically changes. When Goku gets there, he gives a full sensory beam to both Gohan and Krillin. Instead of splitting it up, he gives both of them a full sensory beam. Actually, no. I'll rephrase that. Goku's going to give both of them half a sensory beam each, just in case Goku needs the other half, the other one, okay? In doing so, Gohan and Krillin are back to their half strength. Now, when Nappa sees Goku, he tries to attack him. He tries everything he can, but Goku's just way too fast, way too strong. Goku just destroys Nappa. Doesn't actually really try him. And so Goku still breaks Nappa's back, I think, and leaves him on the ground. And this is when Vegeta grabbed Nappa and he kills him. all of that's going to go relative. It's when they head off to their own battle. Bear in mind, Goku has the Senzu being with him, and this is going to play a factor in the future to come. Now, from here, Goku and Vegeta's beginning fight is relative. Vegeta starts to land some solid hits on Goku, they go backwards or forth, Vegeta even destroys Goku's ki a bit, you know. But what ends up happening is, as Goku and Vegeta clashes, it's only Vegeta that notices something about Goku that's different. Vegeta understands that he's technically the superior fighter, or superior power of the two. However, Goku, despite him getting bludgeoned and hit by ki energy attacks and everything like that, Goku himself is not feeling that, or not showing any noticeable sign of damage. His gi is destroyed, but Goku himself is no worse aware. And as Goku still lands, he's like, what? Like he stands there, he breathes in, and he looks at it like Goku's unaware of what's happening to himself. He's too focused on the fight, and Goku thinks himself, I'll try it now. Kaioken! Goku shouts into Kaioken, and he rushes to Vegeta. And when he goes to fight Vegeta, it's actually pretty good. Vegeta's actually taken it back. But in Vegeta's mind, he's pondering. He's like, what the hell? He's giving Goku everything he's got, and he's still damaging him like this. And not only that, all the damage he's putting on Goku is just disappearing. It's as if this Kakarot's immortal. Vegeta picks this up fast because he's not an idiot like Goku. And so Goku and Vegeta fight everywhere. Vegeta is just taken aback, like so much taken aback, that he's trying his best, you know, to try and flush it out, you know, by doing more stronger attacks. But Goku increases his Kaioken, you know, to match Vegeta's strength. All the way to the point where Goku goes to Kaioken times 2 to match Vegeta. And as Goku and Vegeta gain a space between each other, Goku lands, and he's still on the Kaioken, and he looks at himself and he's not feeling no noticeable fatigue at all. Now Goku's still a nitwit at this point. He should notice it, but no, Goku's just like, maybe it's the after effects of being dead and becoming so strong. Little does Goku know he's still an idiot. And so, as Vegeta rushes to Goku and Vegeta begin to square off again. And this time Vegeta makes sure that every punch he does on Goku, he wants to hurt Goku. He wants to see something. And as Vegeta begins to pummel Goku, Goku begins to take serious damage to the point where Vegeta manages to put a massive ki bomb by Goku's chest. And Vegeta lets it off, blowing the entire area up. Vegeta lands on top of a cliff looking down and he goes, let's see you heal from that, Kakarot. Goku standing there looking at Vegeta, no damage at all. Vegeta can see that Goku was cratered, but he's already up already. All his clothes now almost completely destroyed. And Vegeta's looking on, like, kind of frustrated. He's like, what the hell are you, Kakarot? And Goku looking at himself, feeling that he just, his power just increased, he just got stronger. The increase he got from being in Kaioken times 2 and tanking that blast to the face pretty much gave Goku an instantaneous Zenkai. They put Goku nearly on par with, nearly on par with Canon Goku after the Saiyan Saga, before he got the Namek of the base power of 10,000. So Goku's going to now have his power increase, so when he goes to Kaioken times 2, he's at 20,000. So Goku is significantly going to be more powerful than Vegeta in every way now. And as Vegeta begins to press Goku, he's just starting to realize, like, he knows that this is it. He has to do or die. So Vegeta kicks Goku, flies straight up in the air, puts all his power into his Gatling gun, and shoots Goku. Goku does the iconic square off against Vegeta and blows a massive Kamehameha at Vegeta. And as they both clash, the force between that does exactly what it does in canon. Now the only difference is when Goku does Kaioken times 3. So right now he has power level of times 10, 10,000 power level. And then when Vegeta shoots the attack and Goku squares off, you can see he does Kaioken times 2, which makes it 20,000. But bear in mind, Vegeta's full powered Gatling gun is 24,000. Now power levels after the Namek Saga are going to be super duper irrelevant, okay? But right now I'm just explaining to you right now. Now when Vegeta powers up his full powered Gatling gun, he has a power level of 24,000. And so when the Gatling gun and Kamehameha clash, Vegeta still has the upper hand. And as Goku gets pushed back, he knows that if he doesn't stop it now, this attack, this beam is going to destroy the planet and everyone he loves. So Goku takes a deep breath, but this time King Kai doesn't tell Goku to stop, because King Kai understands Goku from here on is immortal. And so as Goku instantly focuses, he goes Kaioken times 3. As he does Kaioken times 3, he's now power level 30,000, much more powerful than Vegeta. In doing so, the attack gets pushed right back in Vegeta's face, almost wiping him out, sending Vegeta flying in the stratosphere, destroying nearly all of Vegeta's armor. And as Vegeta floats in the sky, Goku stands there, powers back down, He looks at his body, he goes, I don't understand. I should be feeling this, shouldn't I? Goku looking at himself. And he feels this dramatic increase in his body, like he felt fatigue for a brief moment, and then it disappeared instantly. So Goku's like, what's going on? Like, he can't believe what the hell is happening to me. And so as Goku remarks upon this down there, Vegeta eventually wakes up in the sky, and he looks like he's so angry, so much hatred within him right now, that Vegeta still recklessly makes the little moon. He creates the little moon and he turns into Nozaru and begins to fight Goku. Now Goku, he still goes through trying to duck and dodge Vegeta, using Kaioken times 3 and then times 4, pushing the limit, realizing that he can indefinitely use Kaioken. Goku realizes 3 things. He sustains no damage when fighting Vegeta. When he does, it's instantly gone. Goku's never tired. He actually has unlimited. Goku has not noticed, but he has unlimited stamina in a sense. And Goku pretty much doesn't really he's just different. Like, he's just built different. He feels it. He recognizes this. And so as Vegeta is a giant form of Goku and Kaioken times 4, Goku just uses his speed and his strength to advantage to jump around Vegeta, block the attacks, And if Canon Goku could do so at a weakened state, Immortal Goku could easily do it. Jumping backwards and forth against Vegeta to the point where Vegeta corners Goku and lands a solid hit, slamming Goku into the ground. And doing so after Vegeta does that, he lands about a good 20 hits before he jumps back and shoots a giant mouth beam, blowing up the entire mountain and the entire area, causing a huge crater. Vegeta laughs and scoffs at Goku's fabled or faked immortal power. He goes, his power is nothing to a true Saiyan. But this is where things are wrong. This is the wrong situation. Because Goku was revived in an immortal Saiyan body, a situation has occurred with Goku's body that doesn't happen in canon, nor does the immortality part. However, it's going to happen for the story. Goku, after the attack hit him and wiped him out, he's completely naked. Bear in mind, like Dr. Manhattan is majority of the time. However, one thing is really remarkable that Vegeta notices. Goku stands up, and when Goku stands up, he looks down, he feels something weird behind him. He spins around, he's like, what the hell is? And then he sees it. Goku sees his tail. Vegeta sees Goku's tail, he's like, no, you can't. And Goku's like, what? Goku turns around, looks up, and he sees the artificial moon. And seeing that artificial moon, Goku transforms into a gigantic ape. Bear in mind, Goku has just now recovered again instantly and got a giant Zenkai. And he's going to become a gigantic ape as well. So I'm just going to state lowball here, Goku has a power level of 14,000 now, thanks to these 2 Zenkais he just got. And not only that, Goku is now turned into a giant ape. So 10 times that's 140,000. I know Vegeta's still stronger, but hey, Goku's more of a threat now. The only problem is Goku is uncontrollable, and he starts to lose control, go crazy. Vegeta's shocked in himself, that Goku's tail's back. And he knows that Goku's body regenerated for all the wounds that should have been there. Meaning, this is Kakarot, the legendary Super Saiyan. And Vegeta just can't get all his brain, and everything's going through his mind. But Goku's starting to go crazy, destroying everything. Vegeta stays out of the way. He's like, this idiot will destroy the planet for me. But Gohan sees this, he flies over. And Gohan and Krillin try their best to stop Goku, but Goku just swats them away like the little buggers that they are. Krillin gets badly hurt. And Gohan manages to land and flies back up and shoots a ki blast at Goku. But Goku turns at Gohan, his tail slams Gohan onto the mountain, and the mountain falls on top of both him and Krillin. And as Gohan and Krillin look like they're about to die, Gohan has like another mini rage boost, a rage attack where he blows the entire area up, and he flies to his dad like how he did when Piccolo threw him as a cannon, as a cannon, where he destroyed that mountain and Piccolo threw Gohan. Same thing, Gohan rushes at Goku with everything he's got. He wants to try to wake his dad up. And doing so, when Gohan rushes Goku, he puts all his energy into one attack. And as he's about to chuck the power as a full attack at Goku, Goku sees Gohan coming, all within himself thinks is to kill this kid. But then the real Goku comes out within his mind, and he's trying to find himself. He's like, Gohan? That's Gohan! Gohan! Goku keeps shouting in his mind, and within his psyche plane, to the point where it starts to get louder and louder and louder, to the point by the time Gohan's attack's almost about to hit Goku screams, Gohan! Gohan! And he instantly screams, and as Goku shouts Gohan, Gohan stops and sees Goku And he goes like, Dad, can you hear me? And he goes, I can hear you, Gohan. Vegeta's like, impossible. You low-class scum can't do this. You can't. And Vegeta just puts everything into he can. He does a giant ape gun and hits Goku. And as he goes to aim for Goku, Vegeta knows this attack will blow the area up and kill Gohan as well. And Goku knows that too. He grabs Gohan, he pulls him, and grabs Krillin and pulls them both into his chest. And as Vegeta's attack hits Goku, it causes a huge explosion that makes massive earthquakes on the planet. And Vegeta's like, at least I got rid of that pesky tail and those two brats. Now in his mind, now I left this damn Kakarot. And as Vegeta walks over to Goku thinking he's gonna claim his victory, beat Goku and kill him, and be the number one Saiyan. Unfortunately no. Goku's with Gohan and them as his giant ape form still. They survived it, Goku pulls them down. And Goku's fine until he sees blood go down Gohan's head. Gohan's kind of unconscious thanks to the wake of the attack, even though Goku protected him. When Goku sees this, he gets so angry. White aura starts to emit from the giant ape Goku. And Goku turns over and for a brief moment he succumbs to his stupid ape form. Where Goku just rages out and shoots a massive mouth beam at Vegeta. Vegeta dodges that, but then this is when Goku takes advantage of that. He speed blitzes Vegeta and throws a punch and begins to fight Vegeta. Vegeta is at first taken aback by Goku, but then his overconfidence still comes into play because it's like, I've been doing this longer than you little low-class scum. Tries to fight Goku, and as he fights Goku, Goku slowly but surely begins to get the handle of it. To the point where Goku starts to understand how to fight in this giant ape form really fast because Goku is a genius prodigy fighter. That's an understatement. And so Vegeta and Goku fighting to the point where Goku overpowers Vegeta's might with skill. And Vegeta just gets handled like a little scum. Long story short, after Goku manages to gain the upper hand, Goku sweeps Vegeta, kicks him away, and he understands that the only way to beat Vegeta is take his tail or destroy the moon. So Goku was about to take Vegeta's tail, but he realizes that Vegeta's on his back protecting it. Goku stomps on Vegeta's head, turns around, and shoots a massive mouth beam at the miniaturized moon, blowing it up. And as Goku and Vegeta begin to regress, Goku starts to smash Vegeta's giant ape form as they begin to shrink. And by the time when Vegeta and Goku are in their human-like forms, Goku is all the worst for Goku is gone. And knowing that he is now got another Zenkai, for more damage sustained in this giant ape form and the transformation backwards and forth. And so Goku, his power has dramatically increased. But not only that, Goku feels something with the power as if there's more to it. And so as Vegeta stands there looking at Goku, Vegeta's just like, he's destroyed. Like, he knows he can't do nothing. All he thinks he's looking at is an immortal Goku, This immortal Goku, the legendary Super Saiyan Kakarot. And as Vegeta looks at Goku, like he knows he can't do nothing. Kakarot will just get stronger, Power up. What happens is Vegeta he looks at Goku, goes, what do you want to achieve against this Kakarot? Huh? And Goku goes, I want you guys off my planet, that's what I want. And Vegeta, off your planet? You're lucky we didn't destroy it right away. Your planet. And Goku goes, I know you're stalling. And Vegeta looks at Goku. And Vegeta gets really, really angry. And so as Goku turns away, Vegeta tries to rush Goku, but Goku spins around and throws a punch right at Vegeta's gut. And as Vegeta looks down, Goku's hand turns red, and his body emits all the red aura. Goku goes, you know what? And he begins to beat Vegeta down more. And he smashes Vegeta down to the point where he leaves Vegeta on the ground. Goku walks away and goes, this is your only warning. And so what happens is Goku walks away, casual, like nothing happened at all in a sense. No damage whatsoever. Vegeta's beat down badly and Vegeta summons his ship and disappears. Before he disappears, he threatens Goku. Goku looks right at Vegeta, but instead of chasing him down, he lets Vegeta go. Vegeta makes it to Frieza Planet 47, I think, where he recuperates and ponders what he can do next. Now back on Earth, everyone is grasping at the idea upon Goku just defeating these two almighty powerful beings. Goku goes, he doesn't know why, but he's not healed, not getting any damage from fighting. And they ask, do you feel it's wrong? But what happens is, Goku himself, he thinks about it and he realizes that even if this power was wrong, if it wasn't for this new ability that he has, maybe they all would be dead, you know? Goku looks at it more as a blessing than a letdown. At the same time, Goku wants to understand what kind of power he has. Now, as Master Roshi is looking down and is about to say something, Bulma places her hand on Master Roshi, understanding what Master Roshi had to do, but just states to Goku, maybe it was something happened to you when you're dead, you know, as you just said. Maybe it's just something that is a side effect. Look at Master Roshi, he's old as hell, right? Master Roshi blushes, and Goku goes, yeah, and he goes, yeah, could be, oh, okay then, I understand that. And so from there, Goku's simple mind manages to pick it up that way. Now, as Krillin's still in canon, like as it doesn't canon, brings up the idea of Namek, Piccolo's been in Namekian. Goku and them still go, but however, here's the big difference, okay? Goku in himself is not injured, nor is he in any way need, to recover. So what happens is Goku helps Bulma with the Namekian ship, goes to Mr. Popo and blah blah blah. But this is where things change. Goku manages to give his old ship to Bulma them earlier than does the canon to help them upgrade it, you know, upgrade the technology. And so I'm going to state that Bulma and them, they don't go on the ship. They don't go on the Namekian ship at all, not at all. What ends up going down is Dr. Breeze was able to repair the entire ship, or build a new one, pretty much like the one that Goku goes in, much faster, but it's slower, okay? It takes 2 weeks longer for the ship to be built. And what I mean by that is when Bulma and them leave, it takes them a month from Earth to Namek to get there on Piccolo's ship, or Kami's ship. Now, the situation on this one is they're going to get there, the ship takes an extra 2 weeks to finish building, and they make it on time at the same exact time that Bulma and them arrive on Namek, like just in canon, but individualized. And so what happens is Dr. Breeze still creates a ship with 100 times gravity max, but it does down the bottom where the living quarters are, that only stays at 1 times gravity always. Bulma herself stays down there as well. And so what happens is after waiting extra time, the ship is created. Goku gets Chi-Chi to agree for Gohan to go accompany him, even though she's not happy whatsoever. So Gohan goes with Goku, Krillin goes as well, and Bulma. And so what happens is they all head on the ship. Bear in mind it's going to take them 2 weeks, okay? 2 weeks to get to Namek on the ship. It's not as fast as Goku's original ship, because it's got rushed to be built, but it's still better in its own way. And so what happens is, as Goku and them head off to the planet, Vegeta goes through all his same notion to the point where he makes the Namek the same he does in canon. However, he also makes the Namek differently as Goku. When they all land, Bulma immediately captures the ship. She looks at Goku, Gohan, and Krillin, like looking at them, are you guys ready? Krillin smiled, being way more confident now, training with Goku under massive amount of gravity for too long. But Gohan, he's the one who makes the massive improvement. Gohan himself is really powerful. Really. Like, 2 weeks of Goku training at 100 times gravity. Even Krillin's powerful. Like, what I mean, Krillin's powerful. Like, he'll beat Vegeta in a fight right now. That's how powerful this Krillin is. He'll be able to take on Raccoon. This is how powerful this Krillin is. And bear in mind, Gohan is stronger. I'm just going to state that both Krillin's going to have a power level, I'll lowball actually. I'll give Krillin a power level of 21,000. Okay, sorry, I'll lowball Krillin's power. 21,000. Gohan, however, being Goku's son and training longer with Goku, Gohan will have twice as much power as Krillin have. So almost like 50,000. Okay. Now Goku training for 2 weeks under gravity conditions. Goku would immediately gone to 100 times gravity over a period of time, but he would have worked Gohan and Krillin up to that point, you know, to the point where Goku is just super duper strong. So the moment they land, Bulma captures the ship that keeps it with her, and there they begin to locate the Dragon Balls. Now what happens when they do locate the Dragon Balls? Bulma sets up a base camp in the mountain, and what happens is Goku, Gohan and Krillin fly off together, And as they fly off, Goku is sensing around and he can sense Frieza. But this time he's going to stay away from him. King Kai tells Goku to stay away. And so by all definition, Goku stays away from Frieza. But what it does is, in a sense, he helps the fleeing Namekians from the Frieza soldiers. And yeah. And so as Goku manages to fly around, Gohan and Krillin still do their own thing. They're given tasks by Goku, to which they do the same, where they save Dende and his grandfather, I guess. And not only that, Goku and everything just changes with Goku being on Namek. Vegeta's interaction with Gohan is still going to go the same, because bear in mind Vegeta doesn't know Goku's on planet Namek. Now, with Goku helping all the refugees and the people on the planet, Goku is being contacted by Guru. Guru tells Goku to come to his his own form of lookout, I guess. And so Goku complies, trusting the voice within his head. Goku rushes off to Guru, trusting that Gohan and Krillin will be fine, as long as they stay out of the way. And so Gohan and Krillin's interaction with the Namekians go relatively the same. Just more confidence, because they're stronger than what they look like. Both Krillin and them are strong as. And so Dende is saved, and so is Mori. And so when Goku eventually gets to, what's it called, Guru's tower, I guess, he is met by Nails, and it blows Goku's mind to see another Piccolo-like person in front of him. Nails looks at Goku and he sees the massive power on Goku. And so Goku walks in, and this is where him and Guru speak. Guru listens to Goku as Goku talks to Guru upon situation, asks about the Dragon Ball. It works out in Goku's favour, and Guru just asks Goku if he can place his hand on his head. Goku places his hand on Guru's head, and this is when Guru goes to Goku's mind and sees everything what's happened with him, all the hardships, even the past that is forgotten. Guru brings it up to Goku, goes, Goku, within your mind you have a secondary psyche. Now I can connect it, It harbors a lot of pain. However, you being what you are not predetermined by your past. And Goku looks at him and goes, what do you mean? He goes, I'm about to do you a favor. Before I unlock your potential, I need to reconnect to who you are. Goku's like, who I? And then Guru reconnects Goku's Kakarot lineage, who he really is as a Saiyan. Goku sees everything. He remembers Bardock and Gine, even Raditz outside his pod. Goku remembers being in the pod, or being a baby, And as Goku remembers this, he falls back down. Like he falls out of Guru's hands, and he goes, Mom and Dad, they sacrificed everything for me. Everything! Goku immediately begins to power up. And as Goku's powering up, his power's increasing, but Guru's like, Goku, calm down. And he goes, my name is not just Goku. I see that now. I understand Vegeta. I am awesome Kakarot. Goku stands up more firm now, more sure of himself. Not evil, just more sure of himself now as a Saiyan human, or a human Saiyan in a sense. And Goku goes to Guru, I'm ready. And Guru smiles. Guru places his hand on Goku's head, and he begins to unlock Goku's potential. At that very moment, Gohan has already had his interaction with Vegeta, and Gohan has made his way to Guru's tower as well with Dende. And when they get there, Nails is there to greet them, and Gohan and them can sense Goku's power. When they get in there and they sense Goku's power is beyond anything they imagine. Goku even has his tail too. That's the big rub off, and that's the one thing I haven't brought up about Goku's immortal tail. And as Goku stands there, his power is massive, huge as Krillin and Gohan get their potential unlocked. So does Dende, because Elder Guru is that awesome. And this is when Vegeta comes. Goku senses Vegeta. When Vegeta gets there, he can sense a huge key. Bear in mind, if I was going to look at the power boost that they get from Guru's power up, I guess, then everyone will get a 13% or 13 times power boost over a period of time. So Gohan had a low ball power level of 50,000, and I mean low ball, but he spent 2 weeks training with Goku in a gravity chamber. Bear in mind, Goku does not need to take sensu beans, so all those sensu beans were used for Gohan and Krillin. So Gohan was be strong as. And so, Gohan having a power level of 15,000 times that by just 10. 50,000 times that by 10, that's 500,000. You know what I mean? So Gohan himself is ridiculously strong. Krillin himself will be strong too. And Goku beyond the doubt. Now, the reason why I haven't brought up Goku's power level, it's not important right now, it'll be important more to the end. But I'm all the way back to the story. As Vegeta arrives, he's like, "Where are you, Kakarot?" Goku, the door opens, and instead of Nails walking out, it's Goku. Goku walks out, looks right at Vegeta. When Vegeta sees Goku, Vegeta at first his bravado is about to take over himself until Vegeta sees it. When he sees Goku, he sees really, truly Kakarot, the power of Goku, the Saiyan within Goku. This intimidates Vegeta immediately. Goku flies over to Vegeta and goes, "Vegeta, I now understand who I am." And Vegeta looks at Goku, and as Goku increases his energy, Vegeta blows his mind that Goku's power, the power gap between them two, is so high. Vegeta's like, "But you're..." And Goku goes, "Yes, I'm a low-class Saiyan. I do know that. I get you." But this low-class Saiyan, I'll let you use it every way, Vegeta. And as Vegeta looks at Goku, Goku smiles and goes, don't sweat yourself, Vegeta. I was just kidding." Goku walking away being more jokey but still serious, and Vegeta's taken aback. And he goes, "I see you're gathering your Dragon Balls as well." "Well, thank you, Vegeta. Where did you hide them?" Vegeta goes, "Like, how am I gonna tell you, Kakarot?" Goku rushes Vegeta and puts his hand on Vegeta's head. Vegeta tries to move, but Goku holds Vegeta's head in the air. In doing so, Goku reads Vegeta's mind, finds the location of all the Dragon Balls where Vegeta hid it, and Vegeta's like, "Get the hell off me!" And Vegeta, as Vegeta looks at Goku, Vegeta realizes even if he attacks Goku, it's a pointless endeavor. Goku will just destroy him. And so Goku goes to Vegeta. "Now this is where our story comes to a close, Vegeta. You're on an impasse." And Vegeta goes, "What do you mean, Kakarot?" And goes, "It'll be great to keep you around as a training partner at least, or a sparring partner. But if you're not willing to change, then the point is keeping you around. Now I have my true memories of who I once was come back to me thanks to Guru. And my thinking is relative to what is, well, as a Saiyan anyway." Vegeta's like, "What are you saying?" Goku powers up, explodes in full power. He goes, "This is your choice, Vegeta. Join me and help me again fight Frieza, or get out of my way and die." Vegeta senses Goku's power. Goku increases power massively. Vegeta is stunned to see a Saiyan have such power. Bear in mind, Frieza has already called the Ginyu Force to Planet Namek, so they should be arriving any moment. And so as Goku increases his power, Vegeta's stunned, looking at Goku, and as both of them looking seriously at each other. This is where I'm going to leave this one, guys. I hope you guys like this. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, and tell me what you guys think of this, okay? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys like this. Bear in mind, all my videos now are going to be half an hour long, and all my remastered videos or remade videos are going to be 15 minutes long, okay? So stay tuned for that. I hope you guys like this, and I hope you guys enjoy your day, okay, guys? But as usual, guys, this is Dr. Kahu saying peace. Hey guys, Dr. Kahu here. Welcome back to my channel. Now today we're going to be doing a continuation what if, and that is what if Goku became immortal, part 2. Now as usual, guys, if you guys can please like and subscribe, leave your comments down below, leave the bell notification on so you guys can be the first to get my new content, and if you guys can follow me on my streams at night time when I play Minecraft so you guys can leave me comments and even just generally mock me. It's funny. I find it funny myself. And bear in mind, guys, eventually I'm going to be doing my own form of like Minecraft, and I decided to show you, like, for instance, I do modded Minecraft where I do the whole gameplay, or 100 survive in 100 days. I'll be doing that soon, okay guys, so bear with me on my channel. But yeah, and not only that, I'll be continuing all the other what-offs that I stated I will be, and I'll post them up, okay, so stay tuned. But yeah, without further ado, guys, let's get into this next part of this what-off, and that is what if Goku became immortal, part 2. Now let's begin. Now, when we previously left off, Goku and himself had just got his potential unlocked by Guru. Bear in mind though that the series of events has changed dramatically since compared to canon. Mostly Goku didn't need to heal, so he was able to leave Namek with Bulma, Gohan and Krillin. The only difference is Dr. Briefs was able to build the entire ship much more quicker. The ship was slower than the canon sim ship, but however, it still gets them there on time. Goku and himself is much more faster, stronger, more powerful, so he's way more capable. So Goku heads off to Namek relatively to the same exact time as the team, his son and them all leaving canon, and they arrive relatively at the same time. Now Goku did his best to hide his ki while he was what's it called, Namek. Bear in mind, Goku had the second highest power level. Frieza had the highest power level on the planet. But Goku immediately felt Frieza's power and hid his power, so that's why they didn't sense him. But long story short, Goku interacted with Guru. Guru unlocked Goku's potential. Not only that, he also connected Goku's own heritage, his Saiyan part in his mind. So Goku is more objectional, he's more different than how he would be. A lot of things have changed within him. And so we're actually left off, Goku and Vegeta are squaring off against each other, staring at each other, pondering the next step. Well, that's where I left off, guys, so let's begin. Vegeta looks at Goku with a really intense look. He goes, "So Kakarot, I see you become more powerful than you were on Earth." Goku looks at Vegeta and Goku smiles and he goes, "You can say that. I learnt a lot, especially from Elder Guru, from who I am, what I am. Yes, you're right, I am a Saiyan. I love to battle. I love to train, I love to fight. However," Goku walks to Vegeta, "I love life. Peaceful life. That's what I enjoy the most." Vegeta looks at Goku and Goku goes, "It may not be the normal Saiyan way like all you guys have it, but it's my life." Goku walks away with Vegeta says, we go Kakarot. And Goku goes, "I read your mind. I know where your Dragon Balls are, Vegeta. And we are going to find them to revive my friends. You will not get your wish, Vegeta. At all." And Vegeta goes, "Ha! And you go, the only way you're going to stop me, Kakarot, if you're going to have to kill me." Goku looks at Vegeta and powers up. And powering up, Vegeta gets shocked immediately, just feeling Goku's real energy. And Vegeta stumbles, staggers, and freezes on the spot. The only person that has this much power is Frieza, and Goku just standing there exhibiting so much monstrous power. Now, Goku has realized one thing also new after getting his potential unlocked by Guru. Kaioken makes him stronger, edge towards his Saiyan physiology. But another remark is that Goku realizes that he does have a unique regenerative ability, where he will ask questions after. And so, as Goku's looking at Vegeta, bear in mind, Ginyu still calls Frieza still calls the Ginyu Force, okay? He still does so. So they land with brand new scouters. Goku and them sense their power as they're flying off. Gohan, Krillin, fly off with Goku. Nails was gonna go, but Goku said it'll be best if Nails and didn't they stay here. And Guru smiled. And so they head out, Goku and them all head out. Vegeta follows because, he'll get beat by Nails and he'll get beat by everyone else. As Vegeta's flying, Krillin's looking at Vegeta and smiling. And Vegeta's like, "What the hell are you looking at, human?" And Krillin at first was nervous, but then he looks up at Goku and he goes, "You don't realize this, Vegeta, well, I'm actually stronger than you right now." And Vegeta's like, "Ha! Don't make me laugh." And then Goku laughs and goes, He's true. His power level is above yours, Vegeta, at this present time. Ha! Who'd have thought a human would be stronger than a Saiyan?" And Vegeta hears this and it pretty much blows his mind. He's like, "What the hell? No way. This human's stronger than me." And Goku goes, "Bear in mind, my son is almost twice as strong as you, Vegeta." Vegeta looks at Gohan. He senses Gohan's power. And Vegeta he looks at himself and goes, "Justified, Kakarot. Your son is a Saiyan hybrid, stronger than us naturally." Of course he is. But this is in Vegeta's mind, of course. Okay? But as Vegeta and them are flying, Goku and them find the Dragon Balls are, and they scatter them off, of course, but not realizing that the Ginyu Force have picked up majority of them. And so what happens is, when Gohan and Krillin go and get this, one of the last remaining Dragon Balls, they are stopped by Guldo. Goku on himself, he's looking, but he's keeping a distance. He's trying to play things smart. He just can't rush in the battle. He can't underestimate that Frieza is more powerful than what he seems. Unlike Vegeta. But as Goku lands down by the Ginyu Force with Gohan being confronted by Guldo, Vegeta lands by Goku and explains everything. These are the Ginyu Force, Frieza's most elite fighting team. This is Guldo. He has unique abilities. He can freeze time. The Goku goes, "Freeze time, huh? That's actually a unique ability." And what happens is Raccoon, he's just super powerful. He's their brute in their team. Berta is the fastest. Chase is like the big sister of the group, and Ginyu. Now that's what I hear. He's more powerful than the entire Ginyu Force combined. And Goku's like, "Really?" He's actually getting excited. And Vegeta looks at Goku, sees it, and smiles and goes, You may have been brought up on Earth, Kakarot, but you're Saiyan through and through. Maybe hope for you yet. Goku looks at Vegeta and understands Vegeta's remark. And so what happens is Gordo stands and walks in front of Gohan and them. But to Gohan and Krillin, it's kind of funny because Krillin's roughly as strong as Gordo, if not stronger. Krillin, it must be like a little bit stronger. And so when they face off, Krillin tells Gohan, "Don't worry, Gohan, I got this. Let me fight him." And Gohan's like, "Alright." Gohan stands back, and this is when Goku and Vegeta appear, and they're watching, and they explain everything. Gohan's just looking at Vegeta, and then as they're watching on, Vegeta's watching this bold human. Gordo gets in position, and Krillin, both of them face off, and as they go to rush and attack, it looks pretty good. Goku is actually amazed upon how much Krillin has grown as a human. Okay, Vegeta's shocked that Krillin's so strong, has become so strong. But Krillin slowly but surely begins to push Gordo to the point where Gordo is back into a corner. And when Krillin jumps up in the air and he's about to attack again, one final attack, Gordo freezes Krillin in mid-air. And doing so, Gordo looks right at Raccoon and told Raccoon to use his Raccoon Crusher attack on him. Raccoon goes, "But Gordo, that's cheating." And he looks right at Raccoon and goes, "Fine. Being the weakest member of our team at all, have to save you one bit. Alright, here it comes." And he goes, "Raccoon!" And he goes to Russian, and Raccoon powers up, and he rushes and he goes to try to hit Krillin in mid-air. As he goes to try to hit Krillin in mid-air, Goku is about to react, but Gohan immediately powers up. Gohan looks right at Raccoon, he disappears immediately, hits Raccoon right in the face. As Raccoon gets too close to Krillin, Raccoon gets sent flying back, staggering, cracking the ground. He stands up, he's like, "I felt that punch. Little pipsqueak can actually hit." Gohan lands right by Krillin. Gohan opens his hand up, shoots a ki blast right at Gordo. Gordo drops Krillin. Krillin's like, "Thank you, Gohan." And Krillin looks at Goku. Goku smiles and gives Krillin the heads up, the nod. And Krillin goes, "Looks like your dad's got our back. Alright, Gohan, this is how we're gonna do things. You take the big guy over there, I take the little guy, huh? What do you say?" And they both look at each other and they smile and they fist bump. And Gohan's like, "Right." Gohan also takes a fighting stance like Piccolo. Bear in mind, he is Piccolo's student first. And so as Gohan takes Piccolo's fighting style, Krillin takes the turtle fighting style. And as they begin, Gordo is instantly back into the corner by Krillin. This time, Krillin's unrelenting, using unique ki blasts and strategies that throw Gordo completely off to the point where Krillin sweeps him, puts a ki blast right in his back and shoots and it blows him up. Doesn't kill him, but he throws Gordo out of commission. Gordo's on the ground laying down. He's like, ugh. He can't do nothing. He's kind of out of commission. Raccoon sees this, but Gohan's already in front of him, punched him right in the gut. Raccoon coughs up a massive amount of saliva. And as he looks at Gohan, he goes, "Nice punch." He goes, "Better punch at Gohan," but Gohan catches the punch, flips Raccoon, and kicks him away. Raccoon manages to land and looks at Gohan, and he goes, "I must admit, you're more powerful than I give you credit there, little pipsqueak. But it's time for you to die." Does a stupid pose and everything like that, and Gohan's like, unimpressed indeed, until Raccoon goes full power, and this shocks Gohan, and then Raccoon rushes into Gohan and begins to fight him and push him. And Goku's smiling, Vegeta's watching Goku, and he's like, "Just like a Saiyan, you're just gonna watch and allow it. That's good, Kakarot." And so as Gohan's fighting Raccoon, he's getting pressed pretty good. However, it's still not good enough for the fight, unfortunately, because as Raccoon was landing some solo blows, Gohan's able to counter and pull himself down and manage to throw some punches himself. Bear in mind, there's a different experience level between Gohan and Raccoon. But because Gohan has been trained by a person that has great sturdiness, and he had two teachers that had really strong mental fortitude, this Gohan is intelligent, just like his Uncle Raditz. So he's smart. Gohan's able to dodge all of Raccoon's attacks. He becomes sloppy more and more after Gohan keeps landing more and more attacks. And Vegeta at first was unimpressed until he started watching Gohan. And Vegeta's like, ha! He becomes proud of Gohan, proud of the notion like this kid here, he may be human, but he's Saiyan through and through. And Vegeta goes from being irritated to actually being happy. And Goku sees that. And then Goku and Vegeta begin to talk. Goku goes, "What makes you do what you do, Vegeta?" And Vegeta's like, "Why is it the time now, Kakarot, for us to talk about this?" And Goku's like, "Come on, Vegeta, it's something important." And he goes, "I don't know, Kakarot. I don't know." Maybe it was the lifestyle that was brought up, Frieza's henchmen, Frieza's slaves, pretty much. Saiyans went through everything we were told at birth. Maybe it's good to see that you're so different, Kakarot. Unsound like, but have so much power. Maybe that was the fault of our kind. But we won't know until we face off against Frieza. And you show me your true power. And Goku smiles at Vegeta. And Goku goes, you caught that, huh? And Vegeta's like, I'm no fool, Kakarot. I'm a Saiyan elite. And to watch a low-class Saiyan hide power from me sickens me. At the same time, you're a unique Saiyan. I won't give you that. Maybe it is right to follow you, Kakarot. Or, in a sense, not follow you, but train alongside you, get stronger. And Goku goes, well, yeah, that's actually a good idea, Vegeta. I don't mind having you around. Not that you faze me. And Vegeta looks at Goku with a twitch in his eye. But Goku goes, if you're anything like me, though, you'll surpass these two right away. And Vegeta smiles. And so, what happens is, as Gohan and Krillin are pretty much done the fight, Krillin's done with this fight. He stands by Gordo. Gohan's done with this fight. Raccoon can't even do nothing. He swings at pretty much air. Gohan incapacitates him and sweeps him down. But the difference between Gohan and Krillin is Gohan actually, despite being a soft one, he actually lets his rage get the better of him this time. Bear in mind, this Gohan has his tail. This Gohan still has anger issues, and the fact that Goku's so innocent protective of Vegeta in the sense of leaving him to be there, Gohan has to quash his anger, so he puts all his anger in his fighting style, to the point where Gohan gets pushed to the point of killing Raccoon. When Gohan does one powerful Masenko, he doesn't realize that he put his full power in it, and he actually kills Raccoon. Gohan stands there out of breath, looking around. Vegeta puts his hand up and starts begins to clap. And he goes, you must be a proud father, Kakarot. Having sized such a strong Saiyan child. Goku smiles and he goes, he is also human. He will have to give them that, Vegeta. And Vegeta takes that exactly what Goku said to heart. Gohan's also human. And so, after those two are down, Berta and Chase are like, I don't believe it there, Berta. You just see that? Those little runts just took out Goldo and the one over there just killed Raccoon. Berta's like, time to show them what the fastest person in the universe looks like, huh? Berta immediately rushes in and kicks Gohan right in the face. Chase comes in and one-shots Krillin, almost killing him immediately, hitting Krillin down. When Goku sees this, Berta stays in the air. He shoots an attack right at Gohan, and Chase does the same thing. Goku, without hesitating, lands in front of Gohan, smacks the attack away, and jumps by Krillin, also kicks the attack away. And as the attack disappears, Krillin's like, thank you, Goku. I knew you had our back. And Goku goes, always. Picks Krillin up and tells him, you alright? And Krillin goes, yeah. Just got me good, that's all. Pretty boy with his hair. And it's like, what? Pretty boy with hair? My name is Chase. I'm one of the elite members of the Ginyu Force. Chase does multiple volleys and chucks him at Krillin. And where Goku is? Goku's not having it, eh? He pretty much does the same thing as Jiren with his own ki. But like the glare attack, but also with this ki. Goku instantly begins to tense. A ki barrier appears right in front of him and Krillin, stopping the attacks in midair. And then Goku pretty much trucks Krillin to where Gohan is. And then Goku immediately disappears. He appears right behind Chase. And as he appears right behind Chase, Goku turns around and kicks Chase right in the head. Boruto rushes at Goku and tries to hit him, but Goku immediately flips back. And Goku lands, and Boruto's like, how are you able to dodge me? I'm the fastest being in the universe. He rushes Goku, goes to dodge him, and Goku occasionally talks and dodges him. He's like, so much for being faster than the universe, I look at you as if you were slow motion. Boruto's actually feeling like hurt that Goku put him down like that. And so as he tries his best, Chase realizes that they can make no headway space with Goku. So he contacts Captain Ginyu and lets them know that they're fighting a being that's more powerful than they expect. What happens is Raccoon's dead, Goldo's almost dead, and Berta and him are getting overpowered by this Saiyan with Vegeta. When Frieza and Ginyu hear this, Frieza dispatches Ginyu immediately while Frieza stays with the Dragon Balls. Bear in mind, Frieza does not go to Guru's place to look for the other Dragon Ball, only due to the fact that Goku already had it with him, you know? And so, as Frieza stays back with the ship, Ginyu flies off to console his team and help rectify the situation. Ginny's just like, yeah, someone's strong, I could probably steal his body, blah blah blah. And so as Ginny flies over there, Chase and Berta are just not making no headroom with Goku. What happens is they change their perspective. They realize that Goku's super defensive over Gohan and Krillin. But what about Vegeta? Berta immediately appears behind Vegeta and punches Vegeta in the back of the head. Vegeta's what the boom! And Chase and Berta begin to tag team. Chase and Berta begin to tag team Vegeta all throughout the area, and Goku looks on. And Gohan and Krillin are like, just leave him. Let's leave him, Goku. He deserves this one himself. Goku's looking at him differently. And as he's watching Vegeta's getting handed to him. He's trying his best to fight them off, doing everything he can, put the Lord's power, even putting his pride on the line, stating he's the Prince of Saiyans. He's the next legendary Super Saiyan, blah, blah, blah. And as they're watching, Berta and Chase are just smashing Vegeta to a pulp until Vegeta's on his knees, Chase has Vegeta in his hands and punching him in the face until Vegeta's like almost dead. Chase holds a key blast in his hand and goes, you're weak, Vegeta, like you and your damn Saiyan race. Weak! There's a reason why Lord Frieza killed your species. And as Vegeta hears this, a trigger happens in Goku where he didn't expect. The Saiyan part of him that Guru unlocked felt the pride and felt the hurt in what Chase said. And without hesitating, Goku appeared in front of Chase, catches his hand and breaks it immediately. And then Goku looks around at Berta, and Berta gets sent back with Goku's key presence. The moment Berta's out of the way, Chase is screaming in pain, but Goku hasn't let go of his hand. Goku grabs the senzu bean and tells Vegeta, here, Vegeta, eat this. Vegeta says, what's this? He goes, to the senzu bean, will heal you instantly. Goku crushes Berta's hand, and as Vegeta eats the senzu bean, he recovers, he gets up, he's like, what the? He has had a massive power, like a power boost, massive Zenkai, almost closing the gap between him and Chase itself. And then what happens is Goku looks at Vegeta, and what happens is Goku hits Chase in the gut so bad that he actually destroys his armor, makes Chase cough out blood, and then Goku throws Chase away, and he goes, here you go, Vegeta, now it's equal. Vegeta smiles at Goku, he goes, he knows exactly what Goku did, and he goes, show them what Saiyans actually can do. Vegeta smiles knowing that Kakarot Goku is showing as much Saiyan pride as he is. Vegeta powers up to full power and gives Chase everything he's got. It's a close battle, very close battle, but Vegeta manages to get the upper hand, manages to slam Chase into a mountain, and then Vegeta puts his full power attack, his full power Gatling gun attack into Chase, killing him immediately. And after Vegeta does that, Berta appears, he's like, Chase! Kicks Vegeta on the side of the head, grabs Vegeta's head, and drags him across the canyon side. Chase jumps up in the air, Berta jumps up in the air, and slams Vegeta's head into the ground, and then knees it immediately after, almost killing Vegeta. Vegeta is badly hurt at the time, and as Vegeta gets up, Berta's punching him everywhere, left, right, and center. Vegeta can't seem to move, can't seem to see nothing. All he's doing is getting hit by a blue. And as Vegeta gets up, he's ragtagged again. He's battled very hard already. And as Berta powers up a final attack, he rushes in to go throw it at Vegeta and kill him. Vegeta's like, this is it. And as the final attack comes, Goku appears, catches Berta's hand. And Vegeta's like, you saved me again, Kakarot. What? Goku crushes Berta's hand. And he goes, strongest, fastest in the universe. I think you should remove your name from that title. Berta can't believe it. And he's like, why are you stopping me from fighting? You let... Boom! Goku headbutt Berta right in the face. Goku grabs Berta's head and rushes him, slams him into the side of the mountain. And Goku goes, I love fair fights, but I also know a unique ability that we Saiyans have. Vegeta's right. The Saiyan pride thing is actually pretty good. Goku hits Berta right in the gut, makes him cough out blood so much. Gohan's like, whoa, this is a different type of dad. Krillin's like, yeah, the Goku I remember wouldn't be so assertive. Your father is doing what Master Roshi stated all these years ago, that your dad wasn't able to. He was incapable of a situation like this. Now being here on Namek, maybe he is capable of all this stuff. Things will change with him. He's more... And Gohan's like, what do you mean? Has he become a bad guy? And Krillin goes, oh, no. Your dad's just more sure of himself now, not so much of an idiot. Gohan and Krillin look at each other and they smile. And then Gohan goes, well, what's Dad doing with Vegeta? Isn't it that the bad guy too? And Krillin goes, well, you see, Gohan, when we were kids, Tien was, and our friends grew, you know, Tien was the bad guy. What's it called? Piccolo was the bad guy. Now look at us. We will change because your father gave them a second chance. This is the same with Vegeta. You can instantly tell Vegeta has not attacked us, has not put us down, has not done nothing stupid, relenting at all, but helpful. Yes, he's afraid of your father, but at the same time, with power comes respect as well. Vegeta respects powerful beings, especially Saiyans. That I've noticed anyway. Couldn't say, go and say, oh, I get you. So that's why your dad's helping Vegeta, I see. And if I am not mistaken, your father's training him as well. And Goku's like, makes sense. But after Goku deals with Broda, Goku leaves Broda there in his stupor. Goku just slammed his head into the canyon wall like 10 times. Yeah. Slammed his head like 10 times into the canyon, drops him, walks away. And then Goku goes to Vegeta. Here you go. Vegeta's like, ugh. He gets up. He's holding his arm, badly damaged. He eats the senzu bean, and now he's more powerful than he was in canon. As Vegeta stands, he's like, taste Kakarot. He looks right at Broda, instantly teleports, or instantly disappears, and lands on the back of Broda's back, breaking his back immediately. And Vegeta kills Broda. He looks over, kills Guldo, and Vegeta finally feels like happy. He breathes a sigh of relief, like yes, he got his revenge. Until Ginyu lands and claps his hand. He's like, oh, very impressive, Vegeta. Very impressive indeed. I didn't know, when did the prince rely on another person to get him stronger? Vegeta looks right at Ginyu and what Ginyu said. And Goku looks up at him and he senses the difference. But bear in mind, Vegeta's, thanks to Vegeta having another massive near-death Zenkai, his power level with Ginyu was almost relative. I want to state that Vegeta is going to be stronger than Ginyu. Bear in mind, Vegeta in the Namek Saga, just like Goku, has had massive broken hacks where they've jumped so far ahead in power in the canon timeline. So it's not around impossibility for for Vegeta to be that powerful. And so, as Vegeta ready himself to square off against Ginyu, Vegeta is excited for this. And so, as they does so, Goku tells Gohan to find the rest of the Dragon Balls with Krillin, but stealthily. And they head off immediately. Goku watches Vegeta. Goku goes, do you want me to take this one? And Vegeta goes, you allowed me to have all these fights, Kakarot, and now you want to take my glory? And Goku goes, fair enough. Alright. Goku sits down and begins to watch. Ginyu's like, the little prince has grown a backbone, I see. Let's see what you got, little warrior. And immediately, as Vegeta and Ginyu square off, the battle is epic. Bear in mind, Vegeta has never had so much power before in his life unless he turns into a giant ape. And also bear in mind, Vegeta still has his tail along with all the other living Saiyans. And so as Vegeta begins to fight Ginyu, it's made very clear that thanks to Ginyu's experience and everything like that, and the ability that he's actually used to this type of power, he's able to dominate Vegeta very early on. But it doesn't mean nothing though in the long run, because Vegeta begins to adapt and get stronger and stronger, and starts to realize, just like how Broly adapted in the fight with Vegeta, Vegeta adapts in the fight with Broly, with Ginyu, to the point where Vegeta's absolute full power overpowers Ginyu. Vegeta kicks Captain Ginyu away and he powers up to full power. Ginyu does the same. Now when Ginyu shows his full power, 150,000, he looks at Vegeta and smiles. Vegeta smiles as well with him and begins to push it. Now this Vegeta is going to have the same power level as Kaioken and Goku does when he fought Ginyu. So when Ginyu sees that Vegeta is stronger than him, he can't believe it. He's like, what the hell? What kind of world is this? He goes crazy. Everyone's watching. Well, Goku's watching and saying, what the hell is this guy up to? And then Ginyu stands there and goes, alright. Then Ginyu rushes to Vegeta and begins to fight him. And Ginyu feigns an injury and allows Vegeta to capitalize. Vegeta capitalizes, starts to beat Ginyu down. And what happens is, as Ginyu is nearing death, right, he makes a space between both of them. Ginyu stabs his chest like he does in canon. And as Vegeta rushes him, they do a change now technique where, of course, they change bodies. Vegeta, Vegeta is now Vegeta Ginyu, and Ginyu is now Ginyu Vegeta. And so as he stands, he laughs. He happens at the fact that he has now a strong body. Vegeta's like, what the hell, damn it! He grabs his chest, he's in pain, and Goku goes, Vegeta, and Vegeta also goes, Kakarot, he's taken my body. Goku looks at him, and Ginyu's like, What he goes, he looks at Vegeta. He's about to go kill Vegeta in his body, but Goku appears and punches Ginyu right in the face. Punches Vegeta Ginyu in the face, and Goku grabs Vegeta's head and begins to beat him down. Ginyu manages to separate and he powers up, but he can only pull out only 30,000 of Vegeta's true power. And then this is where Goku remarks, "That's the difference between you and us." And he's like, "Oh, boom!" Goku appears and hits Ginyu right in the face. He slugs him, begins to beat Ginyu down. He goes, "You're in a stolen body. You don't know what you're doing with it. That's why you'll not be able to draw out the Saiyan's true potential or Vegeta's true potential." Goku begins to beat Ginyu down and goes, "What I realized about that technique is you need to say the word. You need to say the word and aim yourself directly at that person for that technique to work." Pretty interesting. Goku headbutts Ginyu, punches him away. Let's see. And then Goku's aura starts to turn red. Goku powers up to Kaioken. And having Kaioken activated, Goku's power level destroys all the remaining scouters on the planet. Vegeta is shocked to see Goku so powerful. And Goku goes, "Now we have a rare opportunity to see what I can do." Boom! Goku disappears and starts to beat Ginyu Vegeta's body like he's like a blur. Ginyu can't do nothing. He's getting punched left, right, and center. Goku's using all his skill just to keep Ginyu alive. And when Goku finishes his volley attack, he backhands Ginyu into the ground. And Goku places Vegeta in the right spot. Goku lands in between both him and Ginyu. And Goku goes, "Time for the end." Goku opens his hand up, powers up a ki blast, understanding what he's doing. He looks right at Ginyu and goes, "This is your death." Boom! Goku appears and he's about to shoot Ginyu in the face. But Ginyu smiles in Vegeta's body and goes, "Catch this! Change now!" He tries to change. Goku smiles, instantly dodges it. Vegeta sees exactly what Goku does. Vegeta jumps up and yep, they swap body. Ginyu happens to fall back into his own body, and Vegeta jumps back into his original. Vegeta's one eye closed, his shoulders dislocated, his ribs are destroyed, his body's injured as hell. He looks at it like, "Damn it, Kakarot, you destroyed my bloody good." And Ginyu's already laying on the ground saying, "Ugh." He's like, "What the? How did that?" And Vegeta's like, And Vegeta opens his hand up. He goes, "I may not be strong enough to fight right now, but I have enough power to kill you, you fool." Ginyu's like, "No, Vegeta, please, no." Vegeta powers up with one-handed Gatling gun and kills Ginyu. In doing so, Vegeta almost falls. Goku catches Vegeta. And Vegeta looks at Goku and goes, "Ugh, thanks, Kakarot." But he grunts at it. Goku smiles, gives Vegeta a Senzu Bean. Vegeta has the biggest Zenkai boost ever. Now, when I mean biggest Zenkai here, is the exact equivalent Zenkai boost to what Goku gets when he heals in this chamber. Bear in mind, Vegeta's going to parallel Goku's power, in a sense, in Dragon Ball canon. The only big difference in this situation is how far Goku is to Vegeta. Okay, I have not opened up the idea upon how strong Goku really is. Now, on Goku, let me just do a breakdown for I think Goku himself had, got to train for about 2 weeks in the training ship, and let's say it took 6 days for him to get to level 100. He trained for almost a whole week, 100 times gravity. So I'm gonna state that Goku is almost 4 times stronger than Vegeta. So I mean, his Goku right now in his base form has a power level of 15 million, and he can get stronger. Bear in mind it's because of his Kaioken times 20. Training. But yeah, now you guys understand. But anyway, after Ginyu is dead and Goku gives Ginyu a Senzu Bean, Vegeta a Senzu Bean, they head off. Vegeta thanks Goku, and Goku smiles. And what happens is they get to the ship, and yep, sure enough, Gohan and have all the Dragon Balls. But what happens is Goku notices one thing: Gohan and Krillin are saying nothing. They're eerily scared, frozen on the spot. Goku and Vegeta land, and Vegeta goes, "Unless you manage to gather all the Dragon Balls, Gohan." Gohan looks at him like frozen in fear. And Goku's like, "Gohan, what's the..." And even though Goku can sense energy, Goku always could sense Frieza's energy, but he didn't realize that Frieza was right there in a sense. Frieza walks out of the ship and he goes, "So the 2 monkeys that have been causing me trouble, huh? You're the father to this ilk, I see." And Goku looks at him and goes, "Frieza, you killed my race." Goku powers up. Sorry, that's Vegeta. My bad. Vegeta goes, "Frieza, you killed my race." And as Vegeta rushes in with his full power, Frieza sees this, and he realizes that these Saiyans are not to be trifled with. So without hesitating, Frieza explodes straight to his second form. When he erupts into his second form, Vegeta actually stops for a second, and Frieza turns into his big form, and Vegeta gets, at least you're not so much of a pipsqueak now, Frieza, aren't you? Frieza gets really angry and lands by Vegeta and goes, "You are the one I'm going to kill first, Vegeta. I'm going to tear you apart, slowly, and then I'm going to kill you." Vegeta's like, he goes, "Good luck with that, Frieza." And so as Vegeta and Frieza square off, this is where I'm going to leave this one off, guys. I hope you guys like this. Please like and subscribe, leave your comments down below, and leave your bell notifications on, okay, guys? And follow me on Minecraft tonight. It'll be cool. I hope you guys like this what if, and bear in mind when it comes to tomorrow, I'll be doing what if Goku became smart. You guys will see, okay? But yeah, stay tuned. But without further ado, guys, this is Dr. Kohu saying peace. Hey guys, Dr. Kohu here. Welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be doing a continuation what if, and that is what if Goku became immortal part 3. Now as usual, guys, if you guys can, please like and subscribe, leave your comments down below, leave the bell notification on so you guys can be the first to get my new content, and of course guys, if you guys can, follow me on my streams tonight. Sorry about last night, yeah, I was too tired, too much to do. So once I hit on my stream tonight, jump on, let me know all your information. Eventually I'm going to be doing a voting system on my stream, so if you want to vote for what ifs, you're going to have to do it on my stream soon, okay? So stay tuned for that, okay guys? But yeah, and on that guys, I will be bringing up the next part of what if Goku became smart very soon, so stay tuned for that as well, okay guys? Without further ado, guys, let's get into the next part of this what if anyway, and that is what if Goku became immortal part 3. Now let's begin. Now we'll do a brief recap of what happened previously and to get back into this new world, okay? So what happened previously is, with everyone being on Namek and Goku and Vegeta squaring off against each other, everything goes much more easier. In fact, Goku now having a different perception upon what he is to be a Saiyan, and just a notion on his own form of reality, Goku does things a little bit differently than he would do if he was in canon, especially when it comes to the Ginyu fights, or more importantly, the Ginyu Force fight. The fight goes pretty good with Krillin and Gohan taking out each of their fighters, Guldo and Raccoon. But as Chase and Berta they come in, and after a while, after Vegeta gets beat down a lot by them, Goku gives Vegeta this sense of being, and over long period overall, Vegeta defeats the Ginyu Force, and slowly but surely his power creeps up towards what Goku's power is. Now when it comes to him fighting Ginyu, Vegeta fights Ginyu, and they have a really clear match, but Ginyu manages to swap his body, but Goku was just too powerful, destroyed him. Ginyu swapped back into Vegeta, or tried to swap bodies, but ended up back in Vegeta's body, or both of them went back into the originals. Goku gave Vegeta, a sense of being after Vegeta did a one-hand Gatling gun killing Ginyu. After Vegeta gets another Zenkai, he gets a massive Zenkai, much similar to Goku, where his power level now is at 3 million. Now, long story short, all of them converged on Frieza's ship just to find Gohan and Krillin in absolute fear, as Frieza's standing on top of the ship looking down at them. When Frieza sees the threat, he immediately goes into a second form to face them, believing that this is the exact power he needs to fight Vegeta. And as Vegeta and Frieza face off, this is where we're going to begin the what if, okay? Now that you guys got the quick recap, let's get into this next part, okay guys? So let's begin. Goku walks onto Gohan and Krillin and tells them to go grab the Dragon Balls. Frieza shoots a beam at them, try to distract them, but Vegeta himself stands in the way and catches the attack, smacks it away, and he goes this, "Kakarot, leave this to me." Goku smiles and goes, "Okay, Vegeta." What happens is Goku tells Gohan and them to gather the Dragon Balls, head by the other side of Frieza's ship and make the wish. Gohan and them all agree. Dende and them is there, of course. And so what happens is Gohan, Krillin and Dende fly off and to do the Dragon Balls while Goku watches Vegeta. Now Goku and before they leave though, Goku uses his wits amazingly, okay? And tells them the wish right, okay? Revive all those who were killed by the Saiyans, all those that were killed on Earth when the Saiyans arrived. That's the easiest way to say so. Because the Namekians can only revive one person, if you word the wish right, it could possibly resurrect them more, just by how you word the wish. So Gohan and Krillin take that into advisement. They go off and begin to make preparations to summon Porunga. But back where Vegeta is, Vegeta's like, "Now Frieza, it's time for you to pay for what you did to my people." Frieza's like, "Pay for what I did to your people? You guys are insignificant little monkeys, little warrior race that think you guys are something in this universe. You're nothing but slaves, pawns, and I can do with my pawns whatever I see fit.
Vegeta gets angry. He goes, you can see what we can do, whatever you see fit. Isn't that right, Frieza? Alright then. Then you obviously haven't seen how strong I've become. Boom, Vegeta appears right in front of Frieza and punches his massive gut. Frieza is taken aback. Vegeta, as Frieza bends over and coughs out, Vegeta grabs Frieza's horn, throws him onto the ground so hard that it causes a mini earthquake. Vegeta's like, he goes, what's it like, Frieza? He flies up, grabs Frieza's tail, and spins him around, smacks him on the ground, and he lands on top of him and begins to pummel him. What's it like, Frieza, getting beaten down by your own, what's it called, inferior race? Boom, boom, boom. Vegeta smashing, Frieza smashing on. Frieza's trying to do something, but nah, Vegeta's not unrelenting. Bear in mind, big form Frieza, I think, has a power level of 1.5 million, I think. And at this present time, Vegeta has a power level of 3 million. So Vegeta's twice Frieza's strength at this present time. And so Vegeta begins to dismantle Frieza. Every time Frieza tries something, Vegeta just kicks him or punches him in the face, slams him across. He even does the Hulk style to Loki, where he grabs Frieza's tail as a tiny version and begins to smash Frieza around like that. And to the point where Frieza gets badly hurt. Vegeta kicks Frieza away and tells him, you're not even worth my full power, you coward. And Frieza's like, full power? He goes, I'm nowhere near my full power, Frieza. Can't you see how strong I've become? I'm almost there, Frieza. I'm almost to the point where I can become Super Saiyan. Frieza is like, Super Saiyan. I'll give you Super Saiyan. If I was allowed to transform into my final form, I'll give you a fight for Vegeta. And Vegeta's like, final form? This I must see. Goku's like, are you sure, Vegeta? Frieza just went from a significant power boost from being as weak as he once was until something that's almost close to your power. And Vegeta's like, I can handle the Kakarot. Goku's like, sweet as. And as Goku sits there, he looks back into his pouch and realizes that he's only got one more senzu bean left. And so Goku goes, this will be good for this one, I guess. And as Goku goes to sit down, Frieza powers up, and as he begins to power up, he skips his Xenomorph form and goes straight to his final form, his original true base form. When Frieza explodes into his true base form, it shocks Vegeta. Goku looks with his eyes wide open and he goes, I told you, Vegeta, you should listen. I warned you. Bear in mind, Frieza's power level now is like, I think 10 million at this present time, I think, okay? I know for a fact Frieza's power level max is 120 million, okay? So I'm just going to state with Frieza's final form transformation, he's going to be 10 million right now. But as Frieza transforms, Vegeta is in awe and fear. He is scared. It freaked him out to see that Frieza's power level just overstepped his own. Vegeta's taken aback, he takes a step back. Gohan, Krillin, and Dende, as they're about to summon Pronga, they instantly feel this power too, and they get scared. Gohan tells Dende to hurry up now and do it. And so Dende gathers the courage and says, Pronga! And summons the dragon Pronga, and from there they proceed to their wish. Now as Frieza finishes his transformation, he walks to Vegeta with all this confidence until he sees the sky go dark, and a massive yellow light appears over the horizon. When Frieza sees this and he sees a massive dragon come out, he goes, how dare you try to steal my wish? He tries to fly off, but Goku appears right in front of him. And Frieza's like, oh, alright. And Goku kicks Frieza back. Frieza manages to tank the attack and land. And he's like, so you're the strong one out of you two, huh? You're the reason why Vegeta has this misguided notion of what's power. Nevertheless, I'll kill you just like I killed this fool. Vegeta's sweating, and he doesn't take this light down. He powers up and he rushes at Frieza with everything he's got. He begins to fight Frieza pushes it back, and he puts all his power into one massive Gatling gun, full power Gatling gun. And as the attack engulfs the entire sky, at first it's purple, and then it goes back to being dark again. What happens is Frieza comes out of the smoke, tapping the shoulders. Not bad Vegeta. I must say, you'll probably be, if I re-recruit you, you'll probably be my most powerful soldier. But I can't trust you. Boom! Frieza appears right in front of Vegeta, grabs his face and punches him square in the face. Grabs him by the hair and starts slamming him. Frieza grabs Vegeta's head and slams him into the ground, picks him up with his tail, and Vegeta begins to box Vegeta's body up, shooting multiple death beams at Vegeta's body, making sure he misses all of Vegeta's vital organs. But torturing Vegeta, he begins to torture Vegeta hardcore. Goku sees this, and he screams at Gohan and them, hurry up! To make the wish. Goku looks at Frieza, he lands and immediately disappears, and he appears right by Frieza on the side of his face. Frieza just sees Goku, and Goku does a massive backhand to Frieza's head, the side of his left side, sending him flying. Goku catches Vegeta. Vegeta's badly hurt. He's barely conscious. He looked like Kakarot. Okay, goes, don't speak, Vegeta. Here, eat this last senzu bean. He goes, no, you bite. Noodles. Goku goes, nonsense. He puts a senzu bean. He forcefully puts a senzu bean in Vegeta's mouth. Vegeta begins to chew down upon it, and just before Frieza shoots a death beam at Vegeta's chest, what ends up going down, Vegeta instantly heals, gets a gigantic Zenkai. Now, when I mean gigantic, I'm just going to say he has a now Zenkai power level of, well, if he went from 180 to 3 million, I'm just going to give another broken Zenkai to Vegeta, just because, and that's what if I kind of like Vegeta, a 10 million power level now. Vegeta has 10 million as a power level, 5 million behind Goku. Vegeta stands up, looks at himself, and he feels the strength emanating from him. And now he understands exactly what Goku was doing, exploiting Vegeta's Zenkais. Vegeta goes, Kakarot! But why? And Goku goes, well, I need someone to witness me killing Frieza. And Vegeta's like, huh? So he goes, what? And Goku goes, well, unfortunately you don't have the power to kill Frieza, I do. And Vegeta's like, I have one transformation. He goes, and then who knows? Bear in mind, Vegeta, that transformation is too slow. Frieza could probably cut you into pieces. And as Goku and Vegeta are talking, Frieza shoots a death beam at them again, but Goku backhands it away and tells Frieza he's being rude. Frieza gets really angry that Goku even implied that he's being rude. Frieza begins to power up purple energy, and this is when Goku goes, this is my cue. Boom! Goku explodes in the red key. And Vegeta's like, he knows exactly what Goku's doing. Goku turns back at Frieza, and Frieza's like, huh. Now the real fight begins. Goku immediately appears on knees, Frieza right ahead. Bear in mind, Goku just powered up into Kaioken 2. Now, thanks to one of the viewers that are on my on my comment section, they actually brought up a good point, and I actually made me happy to see that. So I was grateful that they actually gave me the notion upon where Kaioken was. So I was very grateful for that. Very, very grateful for that indeed. So thanks for that, my bro. I'll remember your name next time. But anyway, Goku being in his Kaioken form doubled his strength to 30 million. Now bear in mind, Goku has a power level of 15 million. So with his Kaioken times 10, he's 150 million, so he's stronger than Frieza. Kaioken times 20, that's 300 million. So he's way more stronger than Frieza. So Goku being the way he is, he wasn't even to try. As Goku goes Kaioken, he begins to press Frieza. Frieza fights him, pushes him back. Frieza is dumbfounded to see that a Saiyan has a power like this. And as Goku begins to fight Frieza using his wits, he makes sure he turns the fight towards where Gohan and them are, to make sure that he can at least escape there and use them as hostages or ransom. And so what happens is Goku's fighting Frieza, savoring the fight altogether, and this is when Vegeta flies over to Gohan and them while they make the wish. So what happens is Gohan goes to Dende. Dende, I want you to go to Parango and asks, can you wish for everyone that was killed during the Saiyan's arrival? And so then they asks that, and Parango goes, you need to be specific. The wish cannot be granted on a whole. You need to pick one. And then they tells Gohan that. Gohan goes, oh, okay then. Well, then again, alright, I would like you to wish back Piccolo, please. Piccolo gets wished back. And wishing Piccolo back, it changes a lot of things. Now, Guru himself is still alive. Frieza hasn't killed him, nor has he come near to death. Nails is still alive. Frieza hasn't beaten him up to death. So this leads into a situation. Guru can sense the massive energy between Goku and Frieza, even Vegeta himself. And so Guru makes it a point. He tells Dende to teleport everyone that's on Namek, besides Goku and Vegeta, back to Earth. And why I state that is King Kai is talking to Guru as well. Bear in mind, King Kai has been the person all backwards and forth all the situations. He wants to make sure things going smoothly. He's seen his student Goku and how massively powerful he is, and he knows exactly what's happening with him. So King Kai makes the executive decision to tell everyone to get off Namek but Vegeta and Goku and Frieza. And so as they're about to make their wish, Vegeta lands and goes, no, don't make that wish. I want to see this fight. Don't you want to see your father, Gohan, avenge the Saiyan race? And Gohan's looking at Vegeta quietly. He's like, no, I'm not a fighter, Vegeta. I'm not at all. And Vegeta's like, Gohan is but you're a Saiyan. Like, Vegeta's looking at him, but then he realizes that Goku is a soft Saiyan that has achieved so much power. Gohan's a soft Saiyan that has natural supreme power. Vegeta takes it into the conclusion that maybe being a harder Saiyan is not the way. At the same time, Vegeta still has a pride. So he's telling Gohan to back up and wait. Don't make that wish until it's necessary. And this is when Piccolo comes in and tells him, "Hoi, teleport me to Namek now." And so they do. They wish for Vegeta, Piccolo to be on Namek. Piccolo lands on Namek, but he's not far from Guru's place, like where Nails was. And as Piccolo was about to rush to the fight, this is when Guru makes contact with him and goes, "Piccolo, come here, child of Katat." Piccolo hears this call and he flies over, and when he gets there he sees Nails, someone that's almost relative to the power level of him. Both Piccolo and Nails square off against each other until Guru goes, "Nails, let him pass." Piccolo, son of the Demon King Piccolo, the original other half to Kami. Welcome. I am the Elder Guru. It is an honor to meet you. Piccolo looks down, and from there, Guru explains Piccolo's past and history, his people, and he gives a gift to Piccolo. "I give you a lasting gift. May this gift be more suited for you than it would be for many others." He puts his hand on Piccolo's head and unlocks Piccolo's potential, not just hidden potential, his full Namekian potential. Even suffice it to say, he pushes Piccolo's healing powers to the extreme. Now this is where Guru states that we need to listen to King Kai and get everyone off this planet now. And Piccolo goes, "Why?" Boom! This planet starts to shake. Immediately, everything, what happens now is like, "I don't know how long this planet could take this battle, Lord Guru." And he goes, "Indeed, I don't know either." Piccolo goes, "No way is this Goku and Frieza's fight, is this?" And Nails is like, "Yes, they have by all means surpassed us by many miles." And Piccolo's like, "Damn, what did I come here for? I just risked the lives of mine and myself, and economies, everything." Like Guru, Piccolo's actually getting really irritated with himself. And this is when Guru smiles and goes, "Not to worry, young child. In you coming here, you got to fulfill part of your destiny regardless." And Piccolo smiles and goes, "Bear in mind, Piccolo, if you and Kami were fused together, you would have been the most powerful being on this planet." Piccolo looks at Guru like, "What?" "So the trick that old man has played on me is we would be more powerful than anyone if we were together. How ironic." Guru goes, "I have a lasting gift for you too, Piccolo. Whenever you do, eventually, merge with Kami. Just note that Kami's abilities will transfer onto you. You will be able to remain in your warrior status, but with Kami's added power, you'll be able to still retain the Dragon Balls as well." Piccolo looks at Guru and goes, "Now go tell your friends that this needs to happen. They're obviously not listening from a distance." Piccolo goes, "Right, Nails, you would help him." He goes, "But Elder," he goes, "Not to worry. If things go the way it does, we will be off this planet and you'll be reunited by me again." He goes, "Yes, Elder." Nails and Piccolo head off immediately and they fly off and get to know each other. But back with Goku and them, when Frieza sees that another wish is being made, he gets really desperate. He throws everything he has at Goku and flies over. Vegeta shoots multiple beams at Frieza to keep him away, but Frieza flies into a tank, so rockets right at Vegeta. Vegeta tries to jump away, but Frieza slams his hand at Vegeta's head, grabs his face, slams him to the ground, and throws him away, shoots a death beam right through Vegeta's chest, knowing that Goku will be distracted by that slightly. And then what happens is, before Goku can appear to stop Frieza, Frieza sees Goku on the side of his eyes, and so Frieza goes, "Here's your choice, you damn Saiyan." Because Gohan, Krillin, and Dende were separated by the other side, by all sides of the Dragon Balls, but so they're on all three sides. Frieza manages to shoot 20 death beams at the area. When Goku sees this, he realizes that he doesn't have enough time to save everyone. Goku rushes, he smacks multiple death beams away from Gohan, and he uses the key pressure to push Gohan out of the way, and Goku jumps and grabs Dende, and as he jumps and grabs Dende, what ends up happening is Krillin gets shot right through the chest. And as Krillin gets shot through the chest, Goku sees this like, "Krillin!" He rushes over to him, but Frieza uses his telepathic control to throw Krillin in the air. And Goku looks up, and Frieza goes, he goes, "Grant me my wish or he dies." Krillin's like, "No, Goku, no! Don't give it to him! Let me die! You can revive me back with the Namekian Dragon Balls." Yeah, Goku sees Krillin, but Goku's like, "No, Krillin!" Frieza goes, "You tried my patience, enough! The wish!" And Krillin immediately looks down, as he's flying, Krillin looks down and shoots a key blast in Frieza's head. As it hits Frieza's head, Frieza goes, insignificant insect. He crushes his hand, blowing Krillin up in the mid-air. Bear in mind, Goku's still holding Dende, and Goku's still in Kaioken just to try and catch up with it. As Goku's holding Dende, his Kaioken is erupting, his energy is spiking, his body's starting to tense up. Vegeta's lying on the ground. He didn't die, but he got a death beam through his chest anyway. He looks up and he sees that Goku saved Gohan and Krillin, and Dende, but not Krillin. And the guy's like, Krillin, you bastard! Gohan powers up, but his power rockets up. Vegeta sees it. Gohan's power level is now in the millions thanks to the ability that grew unlocked Gohan's potential. And this rage boost is going to push Gohan, let's just say, to a power level of 5 million max, okay? Gohan powers up, rages out, but this is a different rage. It's not a normal rage. Vegeta even sees it too. Gohan's hair slightly stands up. His aura around him is slightly like a green tinge. And as Gohan stands up, his eye color instantly changes. A vein pops over Gohan's head, and for a brief moment, Gohan's power increased 10 times more than Vegeta. Vegeta's what the hell, but Gohan puts all this energy, all that power into one massive Mazenko. And as he releases it on Frieza, Frieza has to put a barrier up because he knows that this attack will hurt him. So Frieza puts a barrier up around himself, and Gohan puts everything he has into it until the newly acquired power that he just unlocked disappears. Gohan runs out of energy and hits the ground. And as the explosion in the air dissipates, Vegeta's looking up, blood coming out of his mouth, and he sees Frieza coming out of it. Vegeta's like, what the hell was that form that kid had? Was that Super? And as Vegeta says this, he looks over, they feel this enormous pressure, lightning hidden everywhere. From Goku's perspective, he just lost his best friend. And even though Goku had the power to stop everything he lost, he didn't. He was too slow to react. And this is where Goku in his mind has an epiphany. Everyone in his life can't be saved and turned. He's got to stop doing that. And as Goku centers himself, overwhelming rage pops over Goku. Goku screams so loud, so hard that the scream shockwave itself cracks the area. Goku's Kaioken beams up like a massive flare, so high in fact that Piccolo and Nails can see it. And as Goku's powered up, his aura is starting to change dramatically. Lightning is appearing everywhere, shaking the ground. Goku's starting to tense up, veins pop over his head. Goku's starting to really rage out to the point where Goku finally feels that he explodes full power in his rage. And Goku wakes in Super Saiyan. And as Goku is slowly in a Super Saiyan state, instead of the normal energy flowing through, because Goku was in Kaioken when he went Super Saiyan, what happens is red lightning starts to arc out of Goku's body. Goku's just standing there, feeling the massive flow of power. Vegeta is absolutely dumbfounded. He managed to pull himself up. Piccolo landed by him, but instead of killing him, Piccolo understands that Vegeta's kind of changed thanks to King Kai. And so Piccolo picks him up and looks at Goku and says, what the? Piccolo's like, Kakarot, you dog, you've become the Super Saiyan. And Piccolo says, stop laughing, Vegeta. You're gonna bleed out too much. Piccolo grabs Vegeta and he cauterizes the wound to make sure Vegeta's okay at least. But Vegeta's like, no, you stupid Namekian, don't take me away. I need to see this. And Piccolo goes, everyone's going to be teleported off the planet, so watch out. And Vegeta's like, no! Pushes Vegeta and Piccolo off him, he hits the ground. Vegeta begins to crawl. I need to watch this happen. Leave me Namekian, save them. And so Nails and Piccolo rush off. What happens is Piccolo grabs Gohan and hugs his little friend. It's good to see him, even Dende. And then what happens is Piccolo grabs Krillin's dead body and carries him and goes, He looks at him and sighs sadness because the last time Krillin died was to his brother, Tambourine. And so as Piccolo looks down, even Nails can feel the shift in Piccolo. Frieza looks over and sees them. He sees them, he's unfazed by Goku's transformation, and without even hesitating, Frieza just shoots hundreds of death beams at them. Nails and Piccolo manage to defend the multiple death beams off, but Nails gets shot right through the chest. Bear in mind, Piccolo is stronger than Nails. And Piccolo manages to block a lot and grab Gohan and Dende and fly just away, but Nails get hit by the blast, the volley itself. And Goku appears as Frieza is about to shoot a massive one. Goku appears and grabs Frieza's hand and crushes it and rips his arm off entirely. Right in front of him, Frieza's like, he can't believe it. Once he just found his hand getting crushed, and two, his arm just got ripped off his shoulders. Frieza's like, what the? What the hell did you? Goku punches Frieza in the face, grabbing his head, and from max speed he flies down to the ground and slams Frieza onto the ground, causing a huge ass crater. Goku begins to slam Frieza down non-stop, smash him. And he's not even fighting like a martial artist, he's fighting like a brute force warrior. Goku punches Frieza so hard he sends him flying. Frieza loses his eye because of this. Frieza has lost his right hand and his right eye, and he's sent flying. As Frieza hits the crater, he can't even go full power now. His body is damaged. Now, as Goku is fighting them, Piccolo is by Nails, and he tried to help him. By Nails goes, his time is up, and he tells him to merge with him. And Piccolo goes, well, he accepts it. He merges with Nail and gains a massive power boost, but that's still not enough. Then Piccolo goes, Gohan, grab Krillin's body. We're gonna go. Goku, I'll see you back on Earth, yeah? Goku looks at Piccolo, gives him a nod. Piccolo then speaks to Porunga and states to teleport all living beings on the planet besides Goku, Vegeta and Frieza off this world. Back to Earth. Porunga goes, your wish is granted. Boom! Everyone that was there goes, no, Piccolo, die! Boom! They teleport away. They all appear on Earth. Bulma's there too. Everyone's there. And this is what happened. What happens is, with all them gone, Goku's like, he smiles. Vegeta looks at Goku. Vegeta manages to get up now. He's not fully dead thanks to Piccolo cauterizing his wound. At least he's able to stand up and not bleed out so heavily. And he looks like he goes, don't stop, Kakarot! Kill that bastard! Goku lands by Vegeta and looks at him and goes to Vegeta, we need to procure another ship, Vegeta. And he goes, procure a ship, why? And yep, sure enough, hundreds of beams fly out. Goku anticipated hundreds of beams fly out of the area. Vegeta manages to dodge it, but Goku tells Vegeta to go. Vegeta flies off. He doesn't want to, but he knows exactly what it means. This battle will destroy the planet. He knows that. And so Vegeta hesitating goes to Frieza's ship, and he tries to get it to work. And now, bear in mind, Vegeta's still half injured, and thanks to the massive crater he made, the ship is not fully operational. So Vegeta has to kind of slightly jury-rig one of the Ginyu Force ships into Frieza's ship itself to at least give it some form of navigation. Because the navigational controls on Frieza's ship's gone. It still has its shield and its engine running, it just doesn't have navigation. So Vegeta takes Captain Ginyu's ship and puts it in and fills the hull of Frieza's ship with it quickly and just connects the ship's schematics. In doing so, Vegeta's like, he's finally done. He rushes back, he's still injured, but the ship's ready, primed, ready for him to leave. And as Vegeta gets there, he sees that Goku's standing there holding Frieza's throat. And as Goku's holding Frieza's throat, Frieza lets off a massive ki blast hitting the planet, giving the planet 5 minutes of life before it just dies. But Vegeta's happy to see Goku hold Frieza there. Goku headbutts Frieza so bad that he breaks Frieza's nose and jaw at the same time. Frieza tries to cut Goku in half, but Goku grabs Frieza's arm and rips it off entirely. Bear in mind, this is a power level of 15 million Goku that was amplified by Kaioken, so 30 million times 50, okay? Or just 15 million times 50, okay? And there you got your answer. That's how powerful Goku's going to be. Stupid. But what happens is, Frieza has nothing. Goku just destroyed him. Frieza gave his last effort to free himself by destroying the planet, but that wasn't even enough power to do so. It will still give him enough time. Frieza begs for mercy, but Goku goes, mercy. Mercy. Goku throws Frieza on the ground so hard and slams a massive ki ball on Frieza's back, badly hurt and breaking his back. Frieza has no arms. His legs are destroyed. His back, he can't do nothing. Now he's going to be lying in his blood. And Goku goes, I would gladly like to kill you. However, I'm not the Prince of all Saiyans. And I think this honor should be Vegeta's. Vegeta smiles, he finally gets back. But Vegeta realizes he doesn't have enough energy, so Goku gives Vegeta some of his energy on Vegeta. He places his hand on Vegeta's shoulder, and the gold Super Saiyan energy that's around Goku emits around Vegeta. Doesn't turn Vegeta Super Saiyan, but it gives him a lot of powers. It even heals Vegeta's wound. And don't ask me why, but it heals Vegeta's wound enough for him to be able to attack Frieza with full power without dying. Vegeta tells Goku that the ship's ready, and so Goku goes, do your thing, Vegeta. Vegeta kicks Frieza in the face and lands on his head. And Vegeta begins to stomp Frieza, beats him down. Goku don't care. He doesn't care about Vegeta torturing Frieza. That's good. That's what the Saiyan needed. Vegeta stomps out Frieza's head, And he grabs Frieza and throws him in the air and tells him this is for every single Saiyan that you have killed. Frieza opens his hands, he does a full power, puts everything he has in, does a massive Gatling gun. And as it hits Frieza, it manages to hurt Frieza but it's not killing him. Goku sees that. And Goku puts his hands together too, and does a big ass Kamehameha with Vegeta, and Vegeta smiles. At first Vegeta was kind of irritated, but he sees why. Goku releases the giant Kamehameha with Vegeta's Gatling gun. Both blue and purple merge into one huge ass beam. Frieza is atomized immediately, nothing left of him whatsoever but a rumor. And as Vegeta does that, he almost collapses. Goku catches Vegeta's shoulder, catches Vegeta, pulls him up. Okay, let's go. Boom. Goku and Vegeta fly off. And goes, so where are we going, Vegeta? And he goes, right there. They jump back in the ship. Goku sits Vegeta down. Vegeta, before knocking out, he enters the coordinates because he runs out of energy, and the ship immediately takes off. The force field activates, and they take off immediately. Goku powers down from Super Saiyan, and he sits there. And Vegeta's super injured now. Blood starts to pour out of his body. The healing and the cauterization of the wounds don't seem to take hold fully now. Vegeta's like, I'm gonna die, Kakarot. And Goku goes, don't they have healing pods on this ship? And Vegeta goes, yeah. And so what happens is Goku manages to put Vegeta into a healing pod and pretty much get Vegeta ready to, heal, not die. And from there, after Vegeta's in the healing pod, Goku makes contact with everyone on Earth using communications, and stayed there won't be too long. Now, however, Goku enters the plot wrong. Okay, he thought it was just as simple as pushing a button. He pushed the wrong button. Navigation got locked, and Goku and Vegeta crash landed on Yardred for them to begin their year-long training. And so Vegeta didn't get fully time to heal because the ship crashed, and he actually pretty much got flung out of the healing pod. He was healed enough, okay? Vegeta gets there and goes, what the hell, Kakarot? What's the meaning of this? And Goku goes, Vegeta, I don't think we're on Earth. And as Vegeta and Goku look around, the Ardranians pop around them, and the story from there is going to continue. So as Goku and Vegeta prepare themselves for their long trip of training spiritual control, this is where I'll leave this What If, guys. I hope you guys like this. Please like and subscribe, leave your comments down below, and I hope you guys enjoy this What If, okay, guys. Thank you guys for all joining. But as usual, guys, this is Dr. Kahu saying peace. Hey guys, Dr. Kahu here, and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be doing a continuation What If, and that is What If Goku Became Immortal, Part 4. Now as usual, guys, if you guys can, please like and subscribe, leave your comments down below, leave the bell notification on so you guys can be the first to get my new content, and follow me, guys, on my Minecraft streams. If you guys do follow me, you guys will possibly get better updates upon what happens on my videos and what I'm going to be doing, okay, guys? But yeah, without further ado, guys, let's get into this next part's What If anyway, because I'm held it off. And not only that, I'm going to be doing my other What Ifs eventually too. Just need to slowly but surely work myself back into doing videos again properly, guys. Sorry guys, I'm trying to work a new routine with my new child, so bear with me. I will get back to being better, I promise you. But yeah, without further ado, guys, let's get into this next part of this What If anyway, and that is What If Goku Became Immortal, Part 4. Now let's begin. So we're going to do a brief recap what happened previously and then jump straight into this next part of this What If, okay, guys? So what happened previously is back on Namek, Goku was fighting Frieza, and all in all, Goku is just so much more powerful than Frieza in all regards. Now, a certain situation happened where Goku didn't think. He allowed his stupidity in a sense to get the best of him. He rushed Frieza, only for Frieza to shoot multiple death beams at his close friends and family. Goku was able to stop one from hitting Gohan and Dende, but unfortunately Goku was a little bit too slow to save Krillin. And Frieza chucked him in the air. Frieza tried to use Krillin as a ransom for them to give up, but Goku wasn't having it. So Frieza closed his hand and killed Krillin right in front of Goku. Goku, being in Kaioken and being super enraged, he exploded into Super Saiyan with red aura around him. Bear in mind, Goku's just going to keep getting stronger and stronger. And long story short, Goku and Vegeta came together and killed Frieza. Frieza was atomized immediately when Goku and Vegeta both combined their Kamehameha Gatling gun. And thanks to Vegeta's jury rigging on Frieza's ship, they were able to leave on Frieza's ship. However, due to Goku not understanding the language, they get sent to Yardred thanks to the pod that Vegeta used for navigation. So Vegeta and Goku crash land on Yardred. Vegeta is not fully healed, but he's healed enough. And Goku, is looking like a fool. From there, you guys are caught up. Now let's begin. Now we'll take our story back on Earth right now, with everybody being on Earth, Goku and all of them, Gohan, Krillin, Bulma, and everyone on Earth. Everyone starts to slowly but surely work up on their lives. Like Piccolo and himself has become a much more different person, meeting Guru. And not only that, Guru realizes that it would be better if before he dies, that he does something useful for his people. So before Guru dies, he gives his abilities to Mori, turns him into an elder or into a Dragon Clan member, and from there, before Guru died, he asks Piccolo if he could place his hand on his chest. Piccolo goes, "Are you sure about this?" Guru goes, "My time is long done, son of Guitar. Not only that, your other half's up there as well, looking down. Maybe when you two combined, our planet's history, our people, even everything we lost in the great cataclysm years ago, may be returned with you, Piccolo. I make Mori the elders of the Namekians, yes, but I make you the guardian, if that's alright." Piccolo states he's grateful for the opportunity, but he doesn't want to leave Earth. He has family there, and when I remember that's Gohan, and it's a world he loves. And this is where Guru agrees. He goes, "There's no other planet more safer to have than the Namekians then." And so Guru asks if the Namekians can stay on the planet. Bulma goes, she has an idea. And so, long story short, after Guru was about to die, Piccolo absorbs Guru's powers, effectively making him a super Piccolo. But let's just state this Piccolo is much more powerful than Canon Piccolo. Like, by the time Piccolo absorbed this Guru, he is, let's just say, relative to the Cell Saga Piccolo, okay? In all regards. The only difference is Piccolo's regeneration and experience is way more higher, way more powerful. So Piccolo is ridiculously strong, I must say, okay? Now, when I mean strong, he'll probably be as powerful as Semi-Perfect Cell, okay? That's it. That'll be the max Piccolo will be at his max power. Bear in mind, Guru is powerful, more stronger than Kami. This Piccolo is more stronger than the Canon Piccolo before merging with Kami, so this is how I justify it, okay? Now, being on Earth, Piccolo has changed a lot, and he asks Bulma what her idea was. Bulma states that we'll just use a Dragon Ball to create a little area on Earth where the Namekians can only people that are invited can get to the island. Piccolo smiles and likes the idea. Bear in mind there's barely 100 Namekians, so Piccolo is happy with that. Happy with that indeed. And so Bulma uses Dragon Balls, and what ends up happening is a Namekian village pops up out of nowhere. What's it called? In the middle of the ocean somewhere far away, protected by a massive geomagnetic storm. No one can get in unless they're invited in. Unless they're Goku and them, they're more powerful than the spell itself. But anyway, an island appears and Piccolo begins to migrate all the Namekians onto this island. When they get there, it's pretty much like a pocket dimension, because the island itself looks exactly like Namek. The vegetation, the landmass, everything. And this makes every Namekian that's there feel at home, even Mori. Mori don't mind. He loves his people, and Piccolo can now go backwards and forth. He is the guardian, of a sense, his own form of guardian on Earth and on Namekians. So with that, Kami looks at Piccolo, understands that he's almost ready to take over from him, and it makes Kami smile to know that Piccolo has dramatically changed and he's becoming the guardian that he has not been. So as the world goes through the same situation, even Bulma, everyone goes through the same situation. The only thing different is Bulma's not going to interact with Vegeta physically, but her interaction with Vegeta is still going to happen, and you'll see why, okay? So I must state the majority of humans and everyone on Earth goes relatively the same, except for Gohan. Gohan trains a lot more with Piccolo. Piccolo makes sure to instill better training with Gohan to control his anger and to push himself. And Gohan's going to, okay, so bear in mind, Gohan's going to be trained by a very strong Piccolo, so a lot's going to change. So we head back to the Yardred. Vegeta is still recuperating from the injuries on Namek, and not only that, from the fact that Goku crashed the ship. And so there's that. Goku and Vegeta themselves pondering what they do on Yardred. Goku himself has noticed he's become really strong. He's noticed he's retained majority of the Super Saiyan strength and base because he was in Kaioken state, so it pushed his body to its breaking limits. And Vegeta goes, "Kakarot, why are you so special? Why don't you get injured?" And Goku goes, I actually have no idea. I thought it was just a side effect of me coming back from the dead, but I don't know. And this is when, what's it called? Elder Paibara, the leader of the Azred, he talks to Goku and tells him a really powerful magic has been placed upon you. A magic that can't be removed. And Goku goes, oh? And he goes, but it's important though, because it must be. And so the Goku talks, and Paibara states that he can train them both to utilize spiritual control, but it's up to them. After finding out that Goku and Vegeta were the heroes that defeated the Ginyu Force, yep, they happily accepted Vegeta and Goku as students. Vegeta healed, and Goku got a little bit of a head start. But bear in mind, it doesn't really take much though, because Vegeta is actually the better one out of them two at spiritual control. And so for the next year, Vegeta and Goku are training in spiritual control. It goes from Vegeta beating Goku to Goku just they've been challenging each other to do better and better. And so over the full year, Vegeta and Goku get to the point where they can make thousands of clones, thousands of giant versions and small versions of themselves. They can pass energy backwards or forth. What's it called? They can do spirit fusion. Vegeta's actually the best at spirit fusion. He'll beat Goku so much. Goku's actually the best at instant transmission. But all in all, Vegeta and Goku have become so much more powerful. Not only that, Vegeta has even learnt Super Saiyan. Thanks to Goku and Vegeta spending a year together and the fact they master spiritual control together, Vegeta and Goku are just way more powerful than they should be. Goku himself especially, he's stronger than Vegeta in his base form. Even if Vegeta goes Super Saiyan, Goku's base form can take Vegeta. Goku learnt a thing or two with his super healing. Vegeta knows that too, and it kind of makes him angry, but he understands. And so the fated day when the year is almost up and King Cold hits the Earth, bear in mind King Cold still hits the Earth, because he doesn't find Frieza, but his men do state that Frieza, the people that killed him, did come from Earth. Well, the people that were supposedly going to Namek that Frieza listened to went to Earth. So King Cold deduced that, oh well, let's go to Earth. He takes his remaining forces and he heads there to the planet. And when he gets there, he lands, he's confronted immediately by Piccolo. Piccolo stands there with Gohan on the side. All the other Z fighters, they are afraid and stay back. Even Krillin, even though he's the strongest human, he stays back, of course. But Gohan and Piccolo stand their ground. King Cold walks out and goes, I am greeted by a Namekian and a little child. How poetic. Tell me, where's the one known as Son Goku? Piccolo goes, he's not here. And even if he was, what's that to you? I'm guessing by the look of you and the power and the ship, you're Frieza's family. He goes, Frieza's family? I am the one and only King Cold. I am Frieza's father. And you're looking at the Emperor of the Universe. Now before I kill you, stupid Namekian, I would like to ask again, where is Son Goku? And Goku goes, what the hell do you want with him anyway? And he goes, he brings the power up. He goes, I would like to repay him for taking my son's life. And Piccolo's like, so they succeeded. Your son must be nothing then. What makes you think you can take on Goku? And King Cold goes, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. In a sense, Frieza is not as powerful as I am. King Cold picks the power up, not in the slightest. Piccolo starts to feel it and goes, you will now feel the full force of my vengeance. King Cold explodes in full power. Now he can turn into a hypothetical final form. In doing so, King Cold walks forward and goes, bask in my glow, little Namekian. And as King Cold walks forward, Piccolo is actually taken aback because Akira Toriyama, the Dragon Ball Z person that wrote and made the series up, stated if King Cold had a theoretical final form, his final form would have been as powerful as semi-perfect Cell. Those are his exact words. So using that notion, King Cold and Piccolo are going to be relative to the same exact power. However, King Cold's going to have that slight advantage, or that rage and that power boost. So when King Cold walks forward, he goes, you're right to despair. Piccolo looks at Gohan and goes, Gohan, stay back. This is my fight. And as Piccolo steps forward, and he's about to engage in King Cold, boom, instantly. Vegeta and Goku instant transmission right in front of Piccolo. And Piccolo stops, and looks at Goku and looks at Vegeta. And he's like, Goku, Vegeta, how did you? And Goku goes, hey Piccolo. And Vegeta's like, the father. Alright, Kakarot. And Goku goes, haven't you noticed he's much stronger than Frieza? And Vegeta goes, makes sense. He's the father, of course. There Goku goes, does that mean your dad was more powerful than you, Vegeta? Vegeta, ha! Ridiculous. My father got killed by that fool Frieza. And Goku goes, well, technically you almost did too. And Vegeta's like, come on, Kakarot, we're not counting that. And Goku smiles. And Goku turns back and goes, hey everybody. Everyone's like, Goku! Goku's like, Dad! He rushes up to Goku, they're all happy to see him. King Cole's like, this is a touching family reunion. And so he opens his hand, shoots a massive ki blast at Vegeta, at everyone. And doing so, what happens is Vegeta appears right in front of King Cole, catches his hand, and stops it. And King Cole's like, how dare you touch me, you insignificant speck. He goes to backhand Vegeta. Vegeta crouches down, he jumps back and he uppercuts King Cole away. King Cole lands and goes, I actually felt that. That was quite an impressive saying. Vegeta's like, to be honest, King Cole, you're way more impressive than your son Frieza, I'll give you that. But when I killed him, I finally got to satisfy a need I didn't get to do for years, for all the Saiyans. King Cole goes, so you killed him, Vegeta. And you won't die. King Cole rushes at Vegeta and goes to throw a punch. Vegeta smiles and goes, a lot has changed over the years, King Cole. Vegeta's aura starts to emit massive gold energy. Then as King Cole's fist goes to connect with Vegeta's head, Vegeta instantly explodes into Super Saiyan and stops King Cole's fist in midair. Bear in mind, this Goku and this Vegeta are way stronger than canon. Like, way stronger. They should not be this strong, but they are. Vegeta instantly stops King Cole's hand with just his normal ki pressure itself. Then Vegeta instantly flexes with his ki, pushing King Cole back. Vegeta rushes King Cole and slams his fist right in his face and begins to beat him down. And then what happens is Goku's like, oh yeah, me and Vegeta were training in Yajo, we learned a lot, blah blah blah. And Bulma goes, I know, me and Vegeta argued every day on the bloody intercom on the ship. And Goku's like, what? He goes, what do you mean? He goes, anytime Vegeta went onto the ship was for repairs. And Bulma goes, repairs? No, the idiot kept ringing out roads, kept telling us to send another ship, And Goku's like, really? Huh? And Bulma's like, yeah. So I pretty much got to know that fool. Yamcha's like really irritated because at this point Bulma and Vegeta were talking to each other normally, as if they were people they were going to connect like canon. But anyway, Goku's like, Vegeta, all right. And then Goku looks at it and goes, wow, damn it, Vegeta. I don't really want to have a fight, but I get it. Piccolo's like, Goku, my have you grown in power? Even now, when you stand right next to me, it's unreal. I can't believe that you're this powerful. And Goku smiles like, yeah, a lot's changed, Piccolo. A lot has changed. And Goku looks at Piccolo and goes, I can see the same in you too. And Piccolo's like, that's what happens when I'm the protector of my people. And Goku goes, oh, good on you. That's good for you. I'm guessing Elder Guru merged with you. Piccolo's like, how did you know? And he goes, Goku taps his hand on the shoulder and goes, thanks to my abilities I learned on Yardred, I can see the different power within you. I can't explain to you. But if I really want to, I can force that power out and separate all of you. Piccolo goes, you can? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, well, don't. And Goku goes, no, I'm not saying. And Goku goes, what suits you anyway? And then look back at the fight. Goku's standing there pondering, and as Vegeta begins to enjoy his battle against King Cole, sparks fly everywhere, ki blasters are floating everywhere, massive shockwaves are breaking canyon mountains. And this is when Goku notices someone on top of the hill. Goku said, places his hand on his head and he senses the kid. He instantly transmissions to the kid, Piccolo says, Goku, wait there. And Goku appears and goes, who are you? Trunks turns around, pulls the sword out, goes to stop Goku. Goku puts his finger out and stops the blade right then and there. And Trunks is like, Goku's like, that's not a way to greet people, you know that, right? Goku pushes Trunks' sword away. He goes, you're Goku. And Goku goes, yes, I think I am. And Trunks goes, I'm sorry, Goku. You caught me off guard. And my guard was up ever since I saw that being turned so powerful. And Goku goes, don't worry about him. Who are you anyway? And he goes, oh, my name is Trunks. And how do I say this to you, Goku? Damn it, Trunks. Goku, so you're Trunks. So who are you again? And Trunks goes, very well. My name is Trunks, and I'm from the future. The future I come from, the world is being terrorized by androids. 3 years after this situation. Anyway, I grew up in that desolated world, trained by your son, Gohan. He was the last of you to survive. He trained me to the point where I was fully able to fight, and then when it came to the point where he needed me the most, I wasn't there. Goku's like, huh? And Trunks like, I'm sorry. Goku places his hand right on Trunks' head and begins to read his mind. He goes, it's alright. He sees everything. Goku's eyes widened, and the last vision he sees is the fact that he is the son of both Vegeta and Bulma. Goku lets go, he drops to the ground, and he laughs intently so hard. He goes, you're the son of Bulma, Vegeta? Goku's like, what the hell? Piccolo hears it. He hears everything Goku said. He goes, there you are. And, future? Androids? What? And Goku goes, oh, alright. And Trunks is like, yeah, how are you guys back here anyway? And he goes, oh, we learned a lot of techniques on the Android. Stick around there, kid. You don't need to rush back. As you said, you got a time machine, right? And he goes, oh, well, yeah, Goku. Goes, well, you can always get back in time anytime. For now, just stick around here, kid. Maybe you can learn a thing or two from your father. Trunks is looking on, and he goes, how does my father have Super Saiyan now? He didn't achieve Super Saiyan until the android attacked. And Goku goes, oh, that? Oh, me and him trained a lot. Don't worry though. Even if the androids are remotely near Vegeta's strength, I'm stronger in my base form. Trunks looks at Goku and he realizes like how casual Goku smiled. Trunks he goes, wow, Goku, you're amazing. Goku goes, well, why are you here? Trunks? You can stay here for a bit. Stay here for a few while until our androids come and you can head back to your world. But Trunks goes, oh, but I need to get back to my world immediately. And he goes, doesn't time travel go back in time a certain day you choose? And Trunks says, well, yes. Then Goku goes, so you can't go back in time at the same time? And Trunks like, well, I can actually. He goes, well, there you go. It's settled. Trunks like, oh, okay, Goku. He looks up and goes, wow, my father's pretty powerful here. He goes, Goku says, yeah, he's really powerful indeed. He's a great rival. And Trunks smiles. Vegeta's back with Vegeta and King Cole's fight. King Cole's getting impressed no matter what. Vegeta's enjoying this fight. He actually thought King Cole would be much more of a, much harder because of his strength level, but no, King Cole's not. Vegeta punches King Cole, he jumps right in front of him and starts to make, clones of himself. And King Cole swipes clones away, they all disappear, and as he goes for the apparent real Vegeta, what happens is the real Vegeta disappears, well, he shrinks actually. And he grabs King Cole's legs from behind him, regrows, and slams King Cole on the ground. Vegeta goes, his fighting style is good at all, with the spiritual control Kakarot, boom, kicks King Cole in the face. But it's too distracting for me. I think I will stop using this type of fighting style in my fights in general. He goes, that'll be best. I thought we only used them for training anyway. Vegeta's like, Goku. And Goku's like, Vegeta's like, well, this is disappointing. I actually hoped for you to be much more powerful than what you are. But alas, boom, Vegeta goes to full power. And Vegeta goes, I can't believe I get to do this again. Kakarot, I am very grateful, you bastard, that you helped me like this. And Vegeta goes, a gift from you, King Cold. Boom! Vegeta punches King Cold in the sky. Bear in mind, none of King Cold's men have attacked. They just stood there watching. And Vegeta punches King Cold in the air. He opens his hand up and goes, here's a new attack I've been developing on Yaja Kakarot. Here it goes. Big Bang attack! There's a massive Big Bang attack. And as King Cold looks down, he gets hit by the attack. He is completely destroyed. His body gets blown apart everywhere, left to right, everywhere. And when Frieza's men, or King Cole's men see this, they was absolutely afraid. They get down on their knees, bow to Vegeta, like, the new Emperor of the Universe, blah, blah, blah. And Vegeta's like, ha, I'll become the Emperor of the Universe. I'm done with this nation of ruling planets. However, I may need subordinates. You guys want to live, right? And he goes, yes, Lord Vegeta. Goku's like, good. Vegeta's like, good. From now on, you guys work for me. And Goku's like, Vegeta? Vegeta's like, not to worry, Kakarot. Your simpleton ideas have actually gotten through to me. I know your ploy. This world are weak. You need to protect them, right? We got a force here that can do the same. And Bulma's like, well, I have the technology to help Alpha, do we know, Vegeta? And Vegeta's like, very well, woman. I'll agree to that help. And so, we have to wait. And so what happens before they go, Goku explains everything to what Trunks has said, except for Trunks being Vegeta's son. Goku will tell Vegeta on his own, because, well, Goku and Vegeta have gained that kind of friendship. Not only that, Trunks stays there, so everyone goes off, all the humans go out to do their thing. Krillin himself continues his training, because, well, he's the most powerful human. You know, so he wants to make sure he retains his status as that, so he trains all the time. this is where things are different. Because this Gohan is much more stronger than canon, he almost is already touching on Super Saiyan. He just needs that little more encouragement from Goku and Vegeta. So for the next 3 years, these are the people that train together. Piccolo, Gohan, Vegeta, Goku and Trunks. All of them train, and Krillin does too. All of them train together all the time. At this point in time, Vegeta and Bulma have gotten together, much similar to canon. But this Vegeta is much more controlled, at least. And not only that, thanks to King Cold's soldiers, there's about 150 of them, I guess. I'm just going to say 150 of them. But having them there, they work as a sort of capsule corp protection force around Earth. And so, pretty much Capsule Corp pretty much sets a mark for themselves. They become a peaceful broker for the world. And so those soldiers that once were King Cold's soldiers are now protectors of the planet. Helping out everyone, helping navigate land, all that stuff. And they're happy with their lives on Earth. They're content as hell. Vegeta, however, he is massively strong and he always wants to push Goku and himself more powerful, more better. But thanks to Vegeta being married to Bulma, he gets the advantage of having a gravity room. But this is the one thing Goku did take into consideration. Goku goes to Bulma and goes, "Hey Bulma," and he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Do you still have that ship that we had back on Namek?" And she goes, "Yeah, I do." And he goes, "Cool. Am I able to use that?" And she goes, "Oh, you want to go into space?" He goes, "No, I want the gravity chamber." And Bulma's like, "Why did you say so, Goku? I worked on a gravity chamber for Vegeta last month. Here." He goes, "What's that?" He goes, This gravity chamber can go up to 500 times gravity." Goku's jaw drops. He goes, "Really?" And she goes, "Yeah." And he even has a healing pod in there, but no doubt that you need it, of course. Goku's like, "Yeah." He goes, "Hey, wait. How did you know I don't need a healing pod?" And this is where Bulma finally spills the beans. He goes, "Oh, you don't know, Goku?" And he's like, "No." And he goes, "Oh, I see. Well, long story short, Master Roshi used the Dragon Balls to make a wish for you to be revived in an Immortal Saiyan body." Goku's like, "Psh, what? Immortal?" He goes, "Huh?" He goes, "I need to use so I'm immortal. So, where's the Dragon Raider, Bulma? I don't want to be like this. This is sickening." Bulma goes, "There's the one problem, Goku." Goku goes, "Problem?" And he goes, "Because we wished you into their body, your spirit has bonded with their body, as Shenron stated, meaning, unfortunately, you're stuck like this, Goku. Shenron's power can't remove it, no matter how powerful he gets." And Goku's like, "Are you serious?" And Goku's eyes are wide open. Vegeta heard everything. And he walks in and he goes, "Ha! And I wanted immortality? Ah, they ought to look like a massive clown like you, Kakarot." Goku's like, "Shut the hell up, Vegeta." Goku's so not happy. And so, what goes down is, Goku's like, no. Looks at himself, and he goes, very well. Anyway, so Goku takes the gravity chamber, and the 3 years go by relatively fast. And so by the time it comes to the Android saga, Piccolo is as strong as Super Perfect Cell. I'm just going to state that. Him and Kami haven't fused together yet, but it's on the tables. Gohan his Super Saiyan is as strong as Super Perfect Cell. He's actually as strong as Piccolo entirely. He's got Super Saiyan, and his potential raised massively. So I'm going to state that when he goes Super Saiyan, he's as strong as his Super Saiyan 2 counterpart. Vegeta and Goku, however, they are so far beyond what is normal. Especially Vegeta, or especially Goku at least. Goku in his base form is stronger than all of them. Then when Vegeta and Gohan and Piccolo go full power, Goku in his base form, because of the fact that he uses Kaioken on a regular to break his body and increase himself even more. Vegeta understands it like Goku is just maximizing on his found ability, you know. But to Vegeta, he's like, "That's cheating, Kakarot, bastard." But it pushes Vegeta to even become even more stronger. And so Goku in himself, he can use Kaioken up to Kaioken times 50. That's how much he's used it by. And what he does is when he's sitting in the 500 times gravity, Goku sits in Kaioken to where they notice increases his strength a lot, even more. It wears his body down, especially Kaioken times 50. It wears his body down dramatically, burns him out. But even though he has unlimited energy, he gets, you understand the idea. So Goku in his base form is stronger than Vegeta, Gohan, and Piccolo, and everyone on Earth altogether. That's how strong he has become. Now, when it comes to the fated day of the android attack, it still happens. Everyone's still on the island. Bear in mind, here's the thing that's different. Both Trunks and Goten were born the same year. So, in all fairness, Trunks and Goten are the same age, and they're going to exist early, and you'll see soon. But as Bulma is there and everything like that goes the same, Dr. Dre supposedly kills Yamcha. Everything goes relative. It's not until Goku and Vegeta confront Dr. Dre where things change. Goku looks at Dr. Dre and Dr. Dre looks at Goku and goes, "So my scans and calculations were right. You are so much more powerful than these ones. I'm so grateful I compensated my capacitors for this." Dr. Dre activates them fully, but then he stands there ready and tells 19 to attack Goku. 19 goes to attack Goku, but Goku doesn't move, and as 19's fist connects to Goku, it just hits Goku's head, breaking it. And as he begins to fight Goku, he breaks his hand all over Goku's face until he realizes that he can't really do nothing to Goku. And so as 19's standing there, he's not worn out, but he's actually he doesn't know what he can do. The last thing he can do is try to absorb Goku's ki, but his hands are broken closed, so he can't do nothing. And so with the last of his effort, anyway, he rushes in head first, puts all his effort into try killing Goku with his head. But Goku looks at him. Goku takes a step to the side, and he grabs 19's foot. Goku slams 19 onto the ground so hard that it causes a huge ass crater. 19 is completely immobilized immediately. Goku goes, "You just stay right there." 19's broken, can't move, nothing at all. Goku walks past 19 and goes, "No, I'm guessing it's just you then." And Dr. Dre's like, "You can't." He rushes in to try to attack Goku. He just knows he needs to. And Goku just watches Dr. Dre, okay? But this is when Dr. Dre is smart. He distracts Goku enough by shooting a beam across Goku's shoulder. Goku looks back, but Vegeta blocks the attack from going near anyone. And as Goku gets close, Dr. Dre grabs Goku's hand and begins to siphon energy. And Dr. Dre begins to do so. He begins to absorb lots of energy. And Goku feels weak for a brief moment, and he stands up and goes, "Oh, that's what those red things do, right? Absorb energy. Alright then, let's see how much you can absorb." Goku catches Dr. Dre's hand and crushes his arm into his own hand. So when Dr. Dre's absorbing energy, he has no choice. And Goku goes, "Let's see how much you can absorb." Goku goes full powered base form. And going full powered base form, Dr. Dre is absorbing, and he goes, "Haha, you're just making me stronger, Goku." And Goku goes, "Am I?" He's starting to make a massive earthquake, and as Goku powers up more and more, everyone's like, "Whoa." Vegeta's like, "Damn, Kakarot, the gap between me and you is getting bigger. What the hell?" Goku's like, "How would you like this, Jerome?" Jiro's like, "Haha." He goes, "Keep it coming, Goku. I'm gonna ensure your demise. Then take this." Goku powers up to full power Super Saiyan. The moment he goes Super Saiyan, Vegeta and all of them are just dumbfounded. Goku amplified his power 50 times. When Dr. Dre started absorbing it, he reached his max immediately. He's like, no, please, take it back. No, I can't. Goku's like, "I've got more. Kaioken times 50. He says Kaioken times 50, and as he's in Super Kaioken times 50, Vegeta just is frozen like, so this is the ladder I have to climb. Vegeta looks away. Everyone on the planet that can sense energy are absolutely scared upon this enormous, monstrous energy that Goku just emitted. Goku crushes Dr. Dre's head, and as Dr. Dre begins to explode of energy, he can't do nothing. His eyes pretty much blow out of his head. His body begins to steam, and then boom, in one massive explosion, Dr. Dre is destroyed. A huge crater is emitted, and Goku standing in the middle. He powers down. Goku getting his Zenkai for being in the Kaioken state. He just increased his strength even more. Vegeta noticed that, and he goes, at first he was going to make fun of you. "Damn you, Kakarot!" But he's like, that was pretty smart, to be honest. And so Vegeta and them all smile and leave off. And this is when Trunks comes and realizes that this is not the same android. Bear in mind, Trunks stayed for 2 years. He learned a lot of techniques from Goku and Vegeta, and then he went back. But he's got to come back this time, very soon. But anyway, after them all regrouping and everything, Vegeta goes, "So you can stack it, Kakarot?" And Goku goes, "What?" And he goes, "You can stack your Kaioken onto your Super Saiyan even easier." And Goku goes, "Yeah, well, it wasn't that easy, Vegeta." Vegeta goes, "I know. I can see it. You've taught me Kaioken, Kakarot." And Goku's like, "Well, yeah." And Vegeta smiles and goes, "Damn." And he goes, "Oh, that was easy." And Trunks goes, "Well, those weren't just androids, that's why." They look back and goes, "Trunks, you're back?" And Bulma's like, "Trunks?" And Vegeta goes, "Yeah, this kid's our future son." Bulma's like, "What?" And Goku smiles, and from there Trunks goes, "That's not the androids." And so they spent the next week or so trying to look for the androids. Bulma finally gives up the idea that, "Oh, I know, Dr. Dre, he's And so they find the lab eventually, but when they get there, the lab's already been broken into. When they get in there, the 17-18 pods have been ripped open and already absorbed.
And not only that, when they walk through, there's another capsule with a big ass man locked in his pod, designated Android 16. And so what happens is they're about to destroy the base, but Goku goes, no, we might need Bulma to come through. Maybe she can help out with the situation, tell us what happened. And this is when Cell walks through and goes, there's no need to. It took you long enough for you guys to register that I was here, Goku. Goku looks at him and goes, register? And he goes, I am Perfect Cell. I am the creation Dr. Gero tried to complete but didn't in my time period. So I came back in time. And now I achieved my perfect form. Goku walks over to Cell, and Cell goes, bear in mind, Goku, I am more powerful than you think. Goku goes, are you sure about that? And he goes, I sensed your energy when I came here, and powerful as you are, yes. Okay, what happens is immediately Cell releases the energy, and doing so, Goku's like, what the? He can't believe it. He goes, not only do I have the similar powers to all of you, but I'm also immortal like you two, like you are, Goku. I have your DNA after all. Goku's like, looks at Cell and goes, walks right past Goku. Everyone's actually shocked, and he's like, how about this to appease my Saiyan side? I'll call for a tournament, Goku, in 10 days. Goku looks at Cell and goes, in 10 days we will fight. And if you don't prove a worthy adversary, you die along. Well, if you won't die, but I will do something about you though. This planet will end. Everyone you love, Goku, will be gone with it. Goku looks at Cell, and Cell looks at Goku. And Cell goes, this is all on you, Goku. Goku's so angry and he goes, I accept these terms. And as Goku and Cell look at each other and square off, this is where I'll leave this one, guys. I hope you guys like this. Please like and subscribe and leave your comments down below. But yeah, I'll be continuing other what soon, so you stay tuned, okay, guys. But as usual, guys, this is Dr. Kahu saying peace.
Hey guys, Dr. Kahu here and welcome back to my channel. Now today we're going to be doing the continuation to the what if that I created, and that is what if Goku became immortal part 5. Now as usual guys, if you guys can please like and subscribe, leave your comments down below, leave the bell notification on so you guys can be the first to get my new content, and if you guys can at time follow me on my stream. It'll be very funny to hear what you guys have to say. Bear in mind that when I come to my streams, I'm going to be doing like my own form of tutorial training, practicing, you know, getting used to coding on Minecraft, so when I eventually build my own custom games, my own custom PvPs, my own custom speedruns, I'll be ready for it, okay, and you guys get to watch how much of a noob I am now. Until then. And on there guys, I will be getting into other what ifs next week, you guys will see, so hopefully you guys will stay tuned, okay? But without further ado guys, let's get into this next part of this what if, and that is what if Goku became immortal, part 5. Now let's begin. So we're going to do a quick recap guys on what happened previously, and then we'll jump back into our new content, okay guys? So what happened previously is, thanks to Goku and Vegeta pretty much staying in Yardroid, they both master spiritual control, both of them on different degrees. Goku's better at instant transmission, but Vegeta will beat Goku at spirit fission. Like they both have their ups and downs with it. Now Goku has taught Vegeta how to go Super Saiyan, so he's Super Saiyan 3 years earlier. And not only that, he has a great deal of control, stronger than he would be in canon. Now, long story short, they come back to Earth and they fight Final Form King Cold, and he eventually gets killed, of course. King Cold does. And this is when Future Trunks explains everything. And before he goes back, this is why I failed to stay last time in the what if. Before Trunks went back, he spent 2 years training with Goku and Vegeta, getting stronger, even learning unique techniques like instant transmission, controlling Super Saiyan, to the point where Trunks masters Super Saiyan like Goku and Vegeta does. Okay, so long story short, Trunks is mega strong. And so he goes back after 2 years. Goku, Vegeta, Gohan and Piccolo train for the next year by themselves, well, with each other of course, and they're all extremely strong, you know. Gohan and Piccolo, by the 3 years time gap ends, Gohan has Super Saiyan, Master Super Saiyan mind you, and on that his power is as powerful, he's as powerful in the Super Saiyan form, full power, Super Perfect Cell. So is Piccolo. Vegeta and Goku are far beyond that. Vegeta's relatively as strong as his, let's just say his Buu Saga counterpart, but Goku's far beyond that. Far beyond that. Not only does he have Super Saiyan, Master Super Saiyan, he has Kaioken times 50, which he can adapt onto his Super Saiyan. So that says a lot, okay? No one has reached Super Saiyan 2 yet, okay? But you'll see soon. Now, after the defeat of Dr. Gero, the weeks passed, and they find Dr. Gero's lab just to find out that 17 and 18 are gone. Cell's already absorbed them. This is a different cell. And you'll find out sooner or later, very soon, that this is a different cell. And he tells them that they have 10 days for a tournament. So they're all prepared for the 10 days. That's where we left the What If, guys. From there, let's begin. Goku is kind of reeling at the idea that this person that is here is not only as powerful as he is, but is immortal. Meaning, if he has Goku's DNA, this immortality won't be lost. So Goku just ponders this situation. Vegeta himself, though, is quite excited to fight someone else that's just as strong as Goku. Maybe he could push his limits and surpass Goku's Super Saiyan. Maybe, you know. Vegeta knows they have 10 days. 10 days. And Cell's already stronger than Goku. And Goku knows that too. And so what happens is Cell goes to sit up his arena and he tells the world 10 days. But instead of this Cell saying that he's going to blow the world up, he says he's going to take over this world and make it into his image. And then the rest of the universe into his image. So there's more different evaluations with the situation. But what happens is Goku, Vegeta, and all of them, they're about to part ways until Goku has a snippet of a snapshot and he realizes, I know a place that we can all achieve maximum power with minimal effort. Piccolo looks at them and goes, "You're not say, Goku." He goes, "Yes, the room of spirit and time, or the hyperbolic time chamber." Goku goes, "Do you reckon that all fool will allow you to use it?" And Kami goes, "Of course I'll allow you to use it. This planet is my home as well, Piccolo, don't you forget that." Kami speaks to all through their minds. He goes, "I've been waiting for you guys to come here anyway. You too, Piccolo. Me and you have a lot to discuss." Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo and Gohan, Trunks, come back to mine now. And from there, I will allow you access to the room of spirit and time. So without hesitating, all of them look at each other, and they instantly boost off. They fly off as high as they can. Now as they go off, and they go to prepare themselves, Cell overhears this conversation because, well, telepathy. He can hear their telepathy. When he hears that, he smiles and goes, "Prepare for your guys' demise. You think the room of spirit of time will do you guys good, but you don't know how powerful I am compared to you." You might say I'm more godlike than anything. So, as Cell is fine with that, he lets them go. He sits in his arena for the next 10 days, meditating, powering up, charging himself. Back with Vegeta, Goku, and all them. They all argue, well, not argue. They all debate who's going to go in first in the chamber first. You know. Vegeta at the time, Scott, he states, "Me and Trunks will go first." Goku looks at him and goes, "Really?" He goes, You and Gohan are much stronger than you give yourself credit to, Kakarot. Allow me to go with my son, help him learn the powers properly. I can impart to him." Trunks is looking at Vegeta like, "Whoa, my father's been a father for once." Goku's like, "Fine. Hey, Mr. Popo, you got anything to eat?" "Of course, Goku." So Goku and Gohan go off to eat, and Piccolo sits there, meditates, of course, or actually Piccolo's just standing there looking at Kami. Vegeta and Trunks enters into the room of spirit of time, the door closed, and for them a whole year goes by. While their whole day goes by, Piccolo and Kami are talking, and Kami states to Piccolo that you can achieve more power than you have right now if you take my power. And Piccolo goes, "I do not want to become guardian of everything." He goes, "You're already taking the guardianship of being connected to Guru, Piccolo. Even though Mori has taken over the Dragon Balls, they are still connected to you, Piccolo. Isn't Guru telling you this?" Guru, when then Piccolo releases the information fully and Piccolo understands, he's like, "I see." And Kami goes, "He has given you a unique gift, Piccolo. Not only are you a warrior, but you're a Dragon Clan member. Meaning, you're the best of both worlds for both our people, humans and Namekians. You will outlive these humans, except for Goku, of course." And Piccolo smiles. They're idiots. And they kind of smile at that. "But bear in mind, Piccolo, that once you fuse with me, the power gap that you have between Goku, Vegeta, and yourself could possibly close. You may even eclipse him. My powers with your powers, Nail's powers, and Guru's, that's one supreme Namek, don't you think?" Piccolo smiles and goes, "If you say it like that, then I'll be crazy to give this power up. But I am crazy." Kami goes, "Piccolo, I don't have long for this world. Meaning, if I die, you still die." Piccolo's eyes open up wide. He goes, "Yes." Regardless of you having nails or guru within you, I am still your same spiritual link. If I die, you die. Piccolo's like, fine. Step forward then. And Kami's like, very well. Mr. Pepper's like, no, Kami, no. You don't know. And Kami looks like, Mr. Pepper, thank you, my dear Mr. Purple. But don't you worry about a thing. I will still and always be here, my great friend. Mr. Purple goes, but Kami. Step forward, Piccolo. Piccolo steps forward. He places his hand on Kami's chest and goes, you're gonna gain my accumulated knowledge, my time on this earth. Well, you get the picture. You absorb Guru, so you should understand. Piccolo goes, of course I do. And as he places his hand on his chest, he goes, be warned, Piccolo. The powers that you're about to receive are going to be extraordinary. I hope you do what's best for this world. Piccolo smiles and goes, thank you, Kami, for being a better father than my own. Kami looks at Piccolo, and as Kami does like this, Kami begins to power up immediately without hesitating, going full force. Gohan and Goku are like, whoa, that's Kami's power. He's actually quite powerful for someone so old and weak. And as Kami powers up, he pushes all his energy into Piccolo, all of it, until a massive beam of light blinds everyone. And then in its place is one big Piccolo. Piccolo is massive. Like, when I mean massive, he stands over Android 16. Like, he's huge. But regardless of how big Piccolo is, his power level, his power itself has increased extremely massively. Like, he's definitely close to Gap. This Piccolo is pretty much near as strong as Vegeta in the Buu Saga, if not a little bit stronger. And he's just getting stronger. Not only that, Piccolo gets to reap the rewards of having 2 Super Namekians and a Namekian within him. So his ability to heal is at a super high rate, near Senzu Bean level healing. Piccolo, they have immortal healing, but he has ridiculously broken healing. And emerging with Kami, all of Guru's abilities fully awakened within Piccolo's bodies. Finally, Piccolo's Super Namekian body is complete. Piccolo has all of Guru's powers, all of it fully, and Kami's. And as Piccolo stands there, he smiles and he goes, so I've become Guardian of Earth after all. Nice one, Kami. I get you now. What a snub to my father, King Piccolo. He'll be turning over in his grave. Piccolo looks forward. Mr. Pepper's like, Piccolo, where? He goes, I'm going nowhere, Kami. I'm going nowhere, Mr. Purple. Kami was right. I will always be here. Don't you worry, old friend. Mr. Purple looks like Piccolo and goes, alright, Mr. Piccolo. And he goes, you can call me Kami if you like. I don't mind. Mr. Purple smiles, happy knowing that his friend will allow him to always still retain the name. And from there, Goku can't believe how powerful Piccolo's got, and he wants to spar with him, but not yet. He has a goal for him and Gohan. And if he reaches that goal, then yeah. Now a day passes and Vegeta comes out with Trunks. A whole day passes. Trunks has blonde hair and so does Vegeta. Vegeta smiles and goes, what do you think, Kakarot? And Goku goes, you fully mastered your Super Saiyan form. He goes, yeah, you're right. Me and Trunks have stayed in this form for almost a year. No energy drain, nothing whatsoever. Goku goes, have you learned how to stack your Kaioken properly? And Vegeta goes, I will only use that in time of need. How much Hellfire of Kaioken have you got, Vegeta? He goes, the move is easy, but the toll on the body is the ridiculous part. Yeah. But Vegeta states I can go up to Kaioken times 10 in my Super Saiyan form. Goku can't believe it. Goku's like, yes! Vegeta's so strong. Vegeta sees Goku's excitement. And Goku's like, well, it's me and Gohan's turn, I guess. Come on, Gohan. Vegeta goes, don't be surprised if I kill the Cell before you come back. And Goku goes, don't die. And Gohan and Goku go into the room of Spirit of Time and they do some different type of training. More extreme, more mental, more powerful training. And as Gohan and Goku spend the entire day in the room of Spirit of Time, Vegeta goes to gauge his strength with Cell. And as he goes down to meet Cell, because he can use instant transmission, Vegeta lands and goes, so you're the so-called perfect creation of Gero. Tell me, what makes you different to all the androids? I'm willing to hear. And Cell's like, how interesting. The Prince of all Saiyans comes here beckoning for me to answer his questions. Well, how can I not say no to that? I am part Saiyan after all. It's my obligation. So certainly, little princess. Vegeta gets irritated, and he goes, I was created by Dr. Gero at a distant future. In that dystopian future, they killed the androids. All do you guys live? There's no one left. Gero's dead, everything. I was the last of his kind. Now, Dr. Gero, before he died, he implemented a unique situation within my DNA. The ability to enhance myself whenever I'm around or be by. I can rewrite my code nearly any time. Vegeta's like, what? And he goes, but the one thing he made constant, Android 1718, which I did not have. So I spent years hiding and feeding on animals, making sure that none of you guys sensed me, until I found Bomber's ship. I regressed back into my small form, jumped into that ship, and came back in time. I woke up much more earlier than anticipated. I regenerated immediately and went off to go find the lab. Now, after you guys killed Gero, I actually thought you guys destroyed the androids, but nope. Sure enough, you didn't find Gero's lab, but you destroyed the androids. So while I was there, I was about to absorb them, but I realized that Dr. Gero also allowed me to re-encode certain situations. So he wanted to see what was different about this time period. So he opens the hatch where he's at, and he goes downstairs, Cell does, where he finds his tiny embryo version of himself. When he goes to read and break down the schematics, he finds out that this version of himself has immortality. And knowing that this version of him with the immortality pretty much is more perfect than how he is. And so what he does is he grabs the little one, the little Cell copy of himself in this universe. He proceeds to consume it, like how he does with 1718 with his tail. In doing so, Cell's body begins to burst in energy, and it disappears immediately. Cell breathes in and goes, he goes, so this is what it's like to feel immortality. I must say, this time period has borne much better fruit. I don't think I need to destroy life now, but make it in my own image. And so Cell flies up, absorbs 1718. He sees 16 and sees that he's not worth his time and just leaves him there. And that's how we all know how he's caught up. Cell absorbed this period's form of Cell that was just being made in the embryonic sac, and he gained Goku's immortality. And Vegeta realizes that he does have Goku's immortality. And Vegeta goes, before the tournament, I would like to gauge how powerful I am compared to you. You're Saiyan in your blood, right? That means you wouldn't mind trying me out. Cell smiles and goes, yeah, sure, why not? Reveal your hand. I'll beat you now, I'll beat you then. I'll kill you all, take over this world, and make it in my own image. Long story short, I win, you lose. So, go for broke, Vegeta. Do everything you can that you believe you think you can do to me. I can take it. Goku can take it, I can. And so what happens is Vegeta rushes in, he pushes himself to full power. Right away, rushes in Cell, and Cell's quite surprised. Vegeta begins to fight Cell, pushing him to the point where Cell actually has to fight Vegeta back, but Vegeta's been practicing a long time in there. And it's quite a good battle until Vegeta makes a gap, and as he's about to power up a Gatling gun, Cell's already there, headbutting Vegeta in the head, picks him up by the throat, headbutts Vegeta again, slams his face straight into the ground, cratering him into the arena. Then Cell throws Vegeta out into nearby mountains. And as Vegeta gets up from the nearby mountain, Cell's his feet is already in Vegeta's face, slamming his foot right in Vegeta's face, hitting the ground, causing a miniature earthquake. Vegeta is startled massively, and Cell begins to pummel Vegeta badly. And then after a good few minutes, Vegeta's on the ground, bloodied, bleeding, all over. His armor is destroyed, his clothes are destroyed. He's near death. And Cell goes, I must say, you put up a good fight. But, alas, this is the end result. As he walks away, he goes to Trunks, if I was you, I would collect my father now, while he's still breathing. I know you were there. Cell walks back to his arena, he repairs the entire area, and he goes, a lot has changed with me. Let's just say, a lot has changed. Cell sits down and begins to meditate, and he actually starts to meditate like Piccolo. Now, a lot of things change within Cell, and you'll see in the battle to come soon, after he absorbed his past counterpart. So this Cell is forever evolving, changing, becoming different. Okay? You will see. Trunks grabs Vegeta, and Vegeta looks at Cell and goes, that bastard, he beat me good. Vegeta leans back, and Trunks is like, Father, you're almost about to die. He goes, If he wanted me dead, he would have had me killed. He wants a challenge just like a Saiyan. Cell! Cell's like, yes, Vegeta. Thank you. And Vegeta grabs Trunks, he eats a senzu bean. Vegeta instantly heals, stands up, gets a Zenkai, and he goes to see you in 9. He sees you in 9 days. He puts his hand on Trunks' shoulder, instant transmission away. Cell smiles and turns his back again. Vegeta reappears. Piccolo goes, that was an interesting dilemma. And Vegeta goes, and then as Vegeta walks, he notices something about Piccolo. He looks right at him, and he goes, no way have you become that strong. Where's that sickly old Namekian that was here? And Piccolo goes, you're looking at him, Vegeta. Well, haven't you noticed how short you are compared to me? Vegeta goes, you got something to say, Namekian? Piccolo immediately flexes his ki. When Piccolo flexes his ki, Cell senses it and he's like, that's Piccolo. How intriguing. Vegeta's actually taken aback that Piccolo has now surpassed his strength. Vegeta's like, how? And then Piccolo goes, this is what happened when the union of 3 Namekians, 3 or 4 Namekians, 2 being super Namekians, joined together. I am now the guardian of the planet, so the Dragon Balls rely upon me, Vegeta. And Vegeta stops his ego with Piccolo and goes, I see. Well then respect is where respect's due, right, Piccolo? Vegeta nods to Piccolo and Piccolo goes, They both agree with each other, and so Vegeta waits to have his next turn in the room of Spirit of Time. A day passes, nothing happens whatsoever. And they're all pondering like, hey, isn't a day gone by? And Piccolo goes, yeah. They go to try open the door, but the door's not opening. Piccolo tries more, but then Piccolo realizes those 2 idiots destroyed the door on the other side. Now they are trapped. Vegeta goes to sense where they are, but no, he can't sense where Gohan and Goku are. And so another day's passed. 2 days passes and nothing. Piccolo's been standing there for the last few hours trying to repair the door from this side, and it's slowly but surely going to work, but it'll take another 2 more days. Meaning Gohan and Goku will be in the room of Spirit of Time for 4 years. And so let's skip those 2 days. Vegeta's super impatient that he brought a gravity chamber up there to train with Trunks, to get stronger and push himself. And what happens on the 4th day, Piccolo finally finishes the door and he falls to the ground. It's like, whoa, that took a lot of magic out of me. He stands up and the door begins to open. Out comes a much more taller, much more powerful Gohan. And it freaks Piccolo out because this Gohan's power eclipses his by miles. Gohan walks out and goes, hey Piccolo. And Piccolo's like, look at you kid, why have you grown? Goku walks out and it stuns them all. Because Gohan walked out and the door kind of closed behind him, and when Goku walked out, everyone felt his ki. Vegeta's like looking at Goku. Goku smiles. Vegeta goes, so I see you've become more powerful than what you originally were, Kakarot. Goku goes, you have a fair idea, Vegeta. Mr. Purple goes, how did you guys survive with only 1 year worth of food? And Goku goes, well technically I don't need to eat. It was one of the most hardest trainings I had to go through, but I don't need to eat. So I didn't eat for like 3 years. And Mr. Purple goes, but what about you, Gohan? And Gohan goes, I rationed my food for the whole time, And knowing that, Dad was smart enough to have some food in the capsules that he had in his spaceship, so we used that as well. And Mr. Purple goes, oh, I see. And Piccolo goes, well, then we have to rectify that for next time. And Goku goes, what? And goes, not only would I remove the aging that comes with being in the room of Spirit of Time for so long, but I'll remove the need for you guys to even have food come in the first place. Food will regenerate every night. I'll make sure of that. It'll take me a few days, but for then, the room of Spirit of Time is going to be off limits. Vegeta's like, what? And Piccolo's like, not to worry, Vegeta. And so 2 days pass, so that's 7 days has gone down. There's 3 more days left. Piccolo finally completes the room of Spirit of Time. Goku and Gohan are right next to each other meditating. Goku's standing on top of like a real sharp point, and so is Gohan. Vegeta realized that Goku has taught Gohan spirit control. Not in that, Goku has mastered spiritual control beyond anything Vegeta has recognized. Goku and Gohan meditate non-stop. Bear in mind, they're in their base forms, not their Super Saiyan forms. They can easily fluctuate their Super Saiyan forms anytime. Goku has taught Gohan everything he has learnt, but one move. Goku has one move that he kept to himself. He went to go train with a certain person for a day when Vegeta was in the room of Spirit Time the first time, so Goku has a secret technique hidden. Now Vegeta goes, ha, let's go Trunks. Piccolo goes, wait 2 minutes, what about me? And then this is when Vegeta goes back and goes, you're too valuable, Piccolo, to be even coming down here. You will stay up here and be the guardian of the planet, just like Kami was. But Piccolo's like, but, and Vegeta's like, no buts, Piccolo. If you die, the Dragon Balls die. And then all the Namekians and the Earthlings die. And Vegeta turns back at Piccolo. Piccolo realizes that what Vegeta says is true. He needs to step back now. He has a much different role. And so he does. He steps back and he thanks Vegeta. And then Vegeta and Trunks go in the room of Spirit of Time. A day passes. They come back out. Vegeta is back at his base form, and so is Trunks. Vegeta has his hands in a sense in his pocket, and he walks out. He looks at Goku, and he gives him a thumbs up. And Goku smiles. They look at each other. And then what happens is Piccolo goes, there's 2 more days, and Goku's like, to hell with that. Gohan, let's go back to your mother, huh? And Gohan's like, yeah, Dad. Vegeta's like, Trunks, let's go back to your mother as well. And Piccolo's like, whoa, what's happened with these two? He can't believe it. These Saiyans are giving up training to go hang out with their wives. That makes no sense. But they go back down. When Chi-Chi sees Gohan, it blows her mind. She's so angry until the point she finds out that Gohan was training, but he also did a lot of studying. Bear in mind, Mr. Popo's library in this What If anyway, Gohan was able to access it and utilize all the information that Mr. Popo has gathered over the thousands of years. And so Gohan himself is super intelligent, more smarter than his adult counterpart, you know? And Goku himself, he even learned a thing or two thanks to Gohan. Chi-Chi sees Gohan and them, and Goku's so happy to see Chi-Chi that he tells Gohan to disappear for a while. And so later that night, Gohan comes back, dinner's made, Goku and Gohan are happy as, Chi-Chi's happy too. And what happens is Goku states that one of the biggest fights of their life is coming up. And that if he can, be ready just in case he fails. And Chi-Chi goes, what do you mean? Goku hands Chi-Chi the capsule ship and tells Chi-Chi, you go to Capsule Corp. Stay with Bulma. If things go astray and you know it goes astray, jump on the ship immediately. I already have the coordinates where for you to go preset. Alright? Chi-Chi goes, yeah, but Goku goes, no buts, Chi-Chi. Gohan smiles seeing his dad actually giving Chi-Chi love. And so does Vegeta. Vegeta does the same thing with Bulma as well. Bear in mind, Goten is born. And so is Trunks. Both of them are born at the same time. And so Goku spends time with his family properly. Vegeta does the same. He actually spends time with Bulma, which blows Bulma's mind. And so 2 days pass, and on the fated day of the Cell Games, Cell smiles. He's so excited, his blood pumping, he can't believe it. It's finally the day. He stands up, he takes a deep breath in, and he stretches, and then he instantly shoots out 4 Cell Juniors. Why he shoots these Cell Juniors out? Not because he wants them to destroy the people or anything like that, but Cell has an idea. He goes, he looks around and he senses it'll take them these guys about a good 5 to 10 minutes to get here. Cell wants to try something, try his skills out. These Cell Juniors are roughly around the same strength as the Vegeta that he fought, so we'll give it a go. The 4 Cell Juniors rush Cell, Cell waits, and the moment they get too close, Cell instantly opens his eyes and swipes all 4 of them out with one move. In doing so, Cell kills all 4 Cell Juniors in a blink of an eye, and Cell goes, I have grown incredibly strong. Thank you, Vegeta, for making me notice that. And as Cell cleans up his mess, over the horizon he sees figures, but not as much figures as the original were in canon. In fact, a lot of them stay back because Goku and Vegeta warned that, yeah, you guys won't be much help and we need all the sense beans we have. Vegeta lands with Trunks, Goku lands with Gohan, and just for representation, Krillin comes for the humans. As they all land there, of course, bear in mind 16 was alive and Bulma reprogrammed him, so 16's back at Capsule Corp, upgraded everything, and he's showing a live feed to Bulma and them using one of the drones he's controlling to watch everything. Bulma and them can't believe it. Chi-Chi arrives, and from there they all ready themselves. Cell goes, welcome everyone to the Cell Games. It's been a worth it 10 days, has it not? All of you guys look so much more powerful, especially you, Goku. Goku smiles and goes, And he goes, I'm looking forward to this. Goku goes, I noticed you've got long stronger too. Had a little practice yourself. And Goku and Cell goes, periodically of course. Just wanted to test where my skills are. Vegeta goes, that's that Saiyan blood in you, telling you, that's why. And Cell smiles, maybe it is. Maybe it is. I've been pondering that for the last couple of days since we last fought Vegeta. Why I didn't kill you then and then. Why I'm even letting you guys have this time for me to gloat. And Vegeta goes, and your answer? And he goes, in absorbing my past counterpart, I took more of the Saiyan DNA than I recognize. More of my DNA is made up than Goku than any of my DNA. Slowly but surely, I will eventually start regressing into a humanoid form. I've already noticed it now. And Vegeta actually is like, what? And Goku goes, what are you saying? And he goes, I'm saying, Goku, DNA wise, I'm like a son to you, like I am to all of you. Goku's looking at him and goes, interesting. Hey Vegeta, I think I'm gonna fight him first. And Vegeta goes, no way, Kakarot, you don't get to him. Goku goes, you had to fight him before. That's my turn, right? And Vegeta's like, whatever. Gohan, would you like to fight him? And Gohan's like, I would, Dad, but... And Goku goes, I understand, you're not a fighter. And you're absolutely right. And I respect you for that, my son. Goku lands into the arena. Piccolo's looking down at Goku going, yes, you better respect that boy. He's not a fighter, you idiot. And as Goku lands in the arena, Cell goes, I've been waiting for this fight. I knew it would just come down to me and you. And our eternal battle, yes? And Goku smiles and goes, eternal battle. Goku brings the power up in his base form, 100%. And powering up in his base form 100%, he eclipsed everyone but Cell. Cell looks at Goku and he can't believe it. He goes, and Cell has a little sweat down the side of his head. He goes, I shouldn't have given you all that time to train, shouldn't I, Goku? And Goku goes, no, you shouldn't. Boom, Goku disappears. And Cell's like, looks around, and Goku appears right next to him, hits Cell in the face, punches Cell in the gut, punches Cell in the ear, grabs Cell by the top of the head, and slams him to the ground, kicking Cell right across the area. And what happens is, as Goku rushes Cell, Cell instantly gets up, grabs Goku's throat, and what he does is, Cell uses this time right now to rewrite his DNA and take more of Goku's DNA within him, and you'll see why. Okay, and as Goku's starting to take the DNA Cell starts to take the DNA of Goku. What happens is Goku instantly breaks the bond by cutting Cell's arms off, rips Cell's arms completely off his body, kicks him away. And Cell's like, regrows his arm, and he goes, good as new. Boom! Goku's already there, beating him up, and they're fighting everywhere. Cell's like, the more you beat me up, the stronger I get. And Goku goes, true, but the more I fight, the more I'm in battle, the stronger I get. Don't you forget that. And Cell looks at Goku. He's like, no, you boom! Goku kicks Cell straight into the ground. Cell craters, then Goku lands straight on top of him, hitting his gut, and then Goku jumps off and punches Cell straight in the face, making a massive earthquake. And then Goku throws Cell up, shoots a ki blast at him, and Cell goes, what's the point of that, Goku? That does nothing to us. And Goku immediately appears, puts a full powered punch of energy into his hands, and as he connects the punch with Cell's body, he goes Super Saiyan for a brief moment and punches Cell's gut. What ends up happening is it sends shockwaves through in the entire area and within Cell. Cell immediately hits the ground. He's like, how did you hurt me? He starts to cough. I'm immortal. And then boom, Cell spews out 17 and 18 and instantly regresses back to his original form. And then Goku, without hesitating, opens his hand up, powers up a massive Kamehameha, single-handed Kamehameha, and shoots it at Cell. Cell tries to run away, but Goku uses a form of like telekinesis to block Cell in place. The Kamehameha ball appears by Cell, hits Cell, and destroys all of Cell's immediately, blows him up entirely, nothing left. And as Goku stops the ki, he goes, He walks over and sees 17 and 18. Trunks is about to kill them, but Goku catches Trunks' hand and goes, these two are innocent until proven guilty. Right? And Trunks goes, yeah, but you don't know. And Goku goes, they didn't kill no one in this time period. In fact, they're the victims, Trunks. And Trunks is like, you're right. And so Trunks Goku asks Trunks if he can take them up, and go and comes down and helps Trunks to take 17 and 18 away. And as Goku walks away, Cell goes, did you actually think that killed me, Goku? Cell instant transmission back to the area.
but this time he's looking a lot more different. Okay. Yes, that didn't kill me whatsoever. Cell's body has completely changed. Completely changed. In regards on what he is, he still looks like Cell in every all form of fashion. However, the difference with this Cell is he is no longer the Cell, the evil idiot, stupid Cell in canon. The Saiyan part in Goku has fully taken hold, and Cell's lust for battle and need to just get stronger outweighs his need to destroy. And Goku's a powerful rival, an immortal rival for us that he could, battle with. And so Cell goes, "You must be joking. We're both immortal. That was pointless." And Goku goes, "No, I wasn't. I wanted to see the depths of your power. I realized that you were taking my energy when I hurt you, so, I wanted to give it a go." And Cell smiles and goes, "Well then, while we're here, Goku, shall we continue with the fight?" Goku smiles. Both Cell and Goku look at each other, and as they prepare for their second clash, this is where we're going to leave this one off, guys. I hope you guys like this. Please like and subscribe, leave your comments down below. And yeah, thank you guys for all joining my stream and my videos, and I hope you guys all have a good day. But as usual, guys, this is Dr. Kahu saying peace. Hey guys, Dr. Kahu here, and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be doing a continuation what if, and that is what if Goku became immortal, part 6. Now as usual, guys, if you guys can, please like and subscribe, leave your comments down below, leave the bell notification on so you guys can be the first to get my new content, and follow me on my Minecraft stream at night time, guys, when I get into it and make funny kind of command block commands, because I would like to make a custom map on my own, so I can enjoy it myself. You'll see eventually over a period of time. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. And on that, I hope you guys all take care of your guys' selves. The world's still not in a 100% state, I guess. So take care of your guys' selves, okay? Regardless. But yeah, without further ado, guys, let's get into this next part of this what if, and that is what if Goku became immortal, part 6. So let's begin. Previously, what happened in the last what if, Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Trunks, and pretty much everyone that is associated with the Cell games went to go train after the 10 days that Cell gave them. Bear in mind, when Cell came, he easily eclipsed Goku's power, so every one of them trained their hearts out. Piccolo pretty much got a different type of power boost, and not only that, he got a new role. Piccolo not only got stronger, but he merged with Kami's power, and now he's just ridiculously strong, Super Namekian. But he's the 4th strongest. And then it goes Gohan, then Vegeta, then Goku. Now bear in mind, Vegeta and Gohan are way more powerful than their canon counterparts. And Super Saiyan 1, or because Super Saiyan 1 in general, they're more powerful than their canon counterparts, they're more powerful than Super Saiyan 2. So this will lead to a big deal. Now back to Goku. When Goku go to the Cell games, he ends up fighting Cell, just to realize that Cell is so much more powerful, but Goku also became powerful. He managed to separate 17 and 18 and kill Cell, only for Cell to reappear with a different attitude, but more powerful. And as Cell and Goku both relinquish in their immortality and stare at each other and get excited for the long battle that's ahead, that's where we last left that what if, guys, so let's begin. Goku looks at Cell and smiles and goes, "So you're immortal, right?" And Cell goes, "Yes I am. Just like you, Goku. You just haven't noticed it." Goku goes, I've noticed. I've noticed a while now. I can't be oblivious to it. Giant ape breaks my back and I instantaneously heal. Yeah, that's something. I don't run into energy when I use Kaioken times 100. Yep, that's something. And Cell's like, And all of that you're telling me, you're making me stronger. Do you know that, Goku? Goku goes, "Oh, I know that. But I have one thing you do not have." And Cell has, "What's that?" Boom, Goku appears right in front of Cell and punches him right in the face, sends him flying. "I have a heart." Goku grabs Cell really fast and slams him into the ground, kicks him across the area, and they begin to battle again. Cell's like, "All of this is futile, Goku. No matter what you do, I don't need Android 1718 now to complete my form. I have your DNA. I have the DNA of my original counterpart from this timeline, meaning I am perfect already. My cells have fully evolved." Goku begins to beat Cell down and goes, "Good. That means I can keep beating you down until you get stronger, and then we become equals, and I'll beat you down again." Cell's like, "Your game is going to end sooner or later, Goku, and then you're going to realize that it's just going to be me and you." Goku gets really irritated, kicks Cell right in the face, scatters him across the ground.
And this is when they all talk to each other. Goku looks back at everyone and kind of makes a telepathic link with everyone and tells them, this is not looking good. If things go the way it does, Vegeta, I need you to go and save my family, save everyone. Piccolo, make sure you have the Dragon Balls ready. Piccolo's already told Goku, he goes, so you already summoned the Dragon Balls. Bear in mind they have 2 sets of Dragon Balls. The Namekian Dragon Balls that sits within the pocket dimension on Earth, within the little island of Namek, and the Earth Dragon Balls to which Piccolo gathered. Piccolo states that he's already ready. And so Goku's happy with that. Cell gets up and goes, you know I can hear everything, right? I have all your guys' powers. Cell gets in the fighting position and he goes, well, come on Goku. You're in a bad way, right? Goku smiles and goes, I should have known that. He goes, nicely done, Cell. Goku powers up even more, pushing his power level more and more and more. And Cell's like, I see. You want to see how this ends? This is how it ends, Goku, with me and you fighting non-stop forever. And this planet's nothing but dust. Nothing but the universe will exist while our battle continues. Don't you see that, Goku? We're in a fantastic stage of reality. You're the only one that can give my reality sustenance, Goku. So fill the void! Cell rushes into Goku and throws a punch. But this time Goku didn't move. The whole time Cell was talking, Goku was looking at him, and then Goku closed his eyes. Remember Cell's fist hits Goku's face? Goku's head tilts, and Cell's like, you see? This is inevitable true power, Goku. Bask in my glory. Because no matter what, I will eventually surpass you, and then I'll be your better. And then when time comes, Goku, I'll seal your way and I'll eat you all entirely. Goku's like, eat me? That's a little bit weird. And he goes to Goku, you do not understand what weird is. Cell lifts his hands up, makes a mini earthquake and throws debris at Goku. Goku's easily able to dodge it. Goku realizes that Cell's only using this as a distraction, you know? And he's absolutely right. Because as Cell does that, Cell goes, time to have some fun. He spits out some Cell Juniors, pretty similar to Cannon, and makes him fight everyone, while Goku fights him. And Cell goes, I have made many versions to myself that were as strong as my previous version to myself. These 4 will go fight your friends and test their mettle. While they're battling, if they fall, well, this is on you, Goku. You need to figure out how you're going to beat me. Goku goes, Gah, you think this is a game, Cell? And he goes, oh yes, this is a game. I was created by Dr. Gero for this very purpose. I was meant to kill you right away, but the Saiyan in me has awoken fully, and I would like to see where this goes. Long story short, Goku, as I already stated, you are stuck with me. And then Goku realized, yes, you know what? You're absolutely right. Boom, Goku appears by Cell and punches Cell in the gut, but this time he punches him differently. Goku remembers something that Cell said, and as he punches Cell, energy enters Cell's body and Cell feels it, and he feels like a split in his body. He's like, ugh, what kind of punch was, and he realizes Goku's yard dread training. Goku grabs Cell's head and slams him to the ground, and Goku kicks Cell again right in the side. His cells begin to erupt, his body goes into a weird instant metamorphosis. Cell gets up like, what are you doing? Vegeta's like, I see what you're doing, Kakarot. And as Vegeta goes to rush in, Cell Jr. kicks Vegeta in the face, and the Cell Juniors begin to destroy the team, beating them up so easily, so badly. Goku's watching and Cell's like, he goes, well, what's the matter, Goku? You're too busy distracted. Boom, shoots a death beam right through Goku's chest. Goku hits the ground, he's like, and Cell's like, this is all a game to me. Even if you die, I still have a training plan to go through. I can fight myself and get stronger. What need do I have of you, Goku? And Cell stands over Goku and goes, now it's time for you to be a part of me. Cell's tail comes out, and as he's about to stab Goku, Goku smiles. He goes, you're just so great, Cell. Thank you. Cell's like, Boom. Goku stands up as hard as he can. He puts all his force, all his power, all his strength into one hard punch. He connects the punch with Cell's gut and forces his fist right through. And as he hits Cell, Goku manages to stabilize his energy just enough for him to cause a mini spiritual fusion within Cell's body. Cell begins to he starts to become erratic. His body starts to become implode in pain. He's like, what the hell? What did you do? Ugh, what did you? And Vegeta manages to get space between him and Cell Jr. and he rushes in with instant transmission. And as Cell looks right at Goku, he doesn't see Vegeta behind him. Vegeta runs and pretty much flies in and hits Cell so hard behind the back of the head using the same spirit vision technique. And Vegeta punches Cell's head right off his body, explodes it, and then Goku lands. Vegeta lands, and Goku goes, "You don't think you ever did it, didn't you, Vegeta?" And Vegeta goes, "I knew what you were doing, Kakarot, and I overheard this stupid alien, this alien creature, whatever the hell it is. It has a piece of you in here, the piece of you that's from this universe." Goku's like, "Yeah, I was trying to get to it, but slowly, you know." Vegeta goes, "We have no damn time for this, Kakarot." Goku looks at the Cell Juniors, and as the Cell Junior is about to kill Trunks, Goku appears. He instantly kills one Cell Junior and kills the other two right away. The last Cell Junior that was fighting Gohan goes to rush at him, but Piccolo instantly grabs it, wraps him around, and does a mass like a type of bomb explosion that kills the Cell Junior, destroys Piccolo's arms, but he grows it instantly. Gohan's like, "Thank you, Mr. Piccolo." Piccolo's like, "Don't worry, kid." As they look over, Cell's still in a kind of like a grotesque state. His body's growing bigger, smaller, transforming into semi-perfect Cell, then imperfect Cell, then Cell at the same time. Like, Cell's like, "I know what you've done, and it's not gonna work." Cell's trying to hold his body together and trying to keep the piece of him that Goku was trying to get out. And Goku goes, "You know what, Vegeta? You have been better than me at this. Go have your fun." Vegeta's like, rushes in, and Cell's like, "You better get away, Vegeta." Cell powers up and manages to throw a punch, but Vegeta manages to dodge it and throws a direct punch into Cell's chest. And then Vegeta starts to give multiple volleys to Cell's body after throwing that first punch. Cell gets stunned, and as Vegeta works Cell's body out to the max, Cell pretty much is in a bad way. His body can't heal or come back together. And Vegeta's like, "If I was you, you pathetic creature, I would stay down." And Cell's like, "I am the perfect being." Vegeta goes, "Perfect or not, you still have flaws, just like any other species." And Goku smiles, and Vegeta goes, "And if I was to kill you now, we'll start all over again." Boom! Vegeta kicks Cell right in the face. And kicking Cell in the face, that was the final straw. Cell's body begins to instantly start to go in a bad way, to the point where he spits out the tiny Cell. But it's not just a tiny Cell, it's a little Cell type of junior kind of character. In all fairness, is a Cell Junior. And when Vegeta sees this, he's about to kill it, but then he sees this kid. And what happens is, Vegeta realizes that even if he was strong enough to kill it, it will come back to life thanks to the immortality that it has from Goku. Cell's on the ground, his body's shaking, saliva coming out of his mouth, he's just in absolute agony. Vegeta walks straight out to Cell and he goes, You had all the chance in the world to kill us, but your ego got in your way. That will not be the same with me." Vegeta opens his hands up and goes, "Time to die. Big Bang attack!" There's a big bang attack. Cell looks at it, and as the attack hits Cell, what happens? It engulfs him completely, but it doesn't engulf him enough to stop his parts of his organs and limbs to fly out. And as his piece of arm begins to fly out thanks to his own design, a kind of green barrier appears around Vegeta's attack. Cell's arm gets pushed back in it, and the green barrier is held. 17 wakes up, and he looks at them, and he's using his ability to hold the barrier around Cell. He's in absolute pain, and he knew what happened. He has all the information from Cell upon what Cell was, and the purpose of 17 and 18, and all that jazz. So 17 of Cell doesn't want to become like any form of battery. So as he holds the barrier up, Vegeta's Big Bang attack consumes the Cell, wiping them out entirely. And as the air and the dust disappears within the barrier, 17 lets it go, falls to the ground. Vegeta looks at 17 and goes, "Interesting." But this is when the little Cell Junior begins to move. The little Cell Junior on the ground stands up and begins to grow. And as it stands up, it walks over and goes, "Did you really think it was that easy, Vegeta?" Vegeta looks right at him and goes, "What the?" And he's like, "I may be small, but I'm still the same Cell you just killed. Pretty sure about that." Vegeta looks at him, but he doesn't feel no intensity or evil in general, actually. He looks right at him and he's like, "What the?" And Cell goes, "Oh, I'm still Cell. But I was the Cell that was imprisoned within another. And I can tell you right now, that was absolutely disgusting. Yes, I'm in the perfect form, but this is all my lot, I guess." Vegeta's like, "What, so you're stuck in that little form?" He goes, "Pretty much." And so everyone actually thought, well, they have a happy ending, but Cell himself is right there. Vegeta goes, so what are you gonna do? Are you gonna be like your previous incarnation? And Cell goes, no. He failed due to his own stupidity, forgetting that you guys have the ability to forcefully split situations apart. Yeah, I wouldn't have been as stupid as he was. That's the defining difference between he and me. And Vegeta goes, interesting. Piccolo goes, I could seal him away. And Cell hears this, no, please, I am not like that one. I am not like my original. Come on, give me a chance. And then Cell quotes exactly how Goku gave him a chance. He goes, if that was the case though, if you don't even show me a sense of leniency, take in consideration what Goku done for all of yous. If it wasn't for Goku, you guys all would be dead. Right? He let you guys live, even though you guys were as bad as people can get. Vegeta, Piccolo. And Piccolo stops her. Funny kid. You're absolutely right. And Vegeta goes, yeah, he is. And leans over and goes, interesting thing though is he still retains Cell's power. And the Cell Jr. goes, not quite. I'm not as powerful as my future counterpart. However, I will become strong in my own time. And Goku goes, He looks at Cell and ponders whether he should train Cell. But Piccolo contacts Goku and goes, maybe this is it. Maybe I found Kami's perfect guardian. Goku looks at Piccolo and goes, what? And he goes, Cell is made up of everyone's DNA that's here. One way or another, we have defended this world from outside influences. Meaning, he is by part us. Our reality. He has everything from me and Kami. Meaning, he has the capacity to create Dragon Balls. Goku's like, I didn't think about that. And then Piccolo goes, not only that, but if he's actually... No, that's exactly how it's going to be. It's decided. You kid, you're coming with us. Cell's like, where are we going? You're not going to sell me away, are you? And Piccolo goes, I have much more grander plans for you, young one. Everyone looks at each other, dumbfounded that this ordeal's over. This whole ordeal's over. Trunks is like, that was easy. And Goku goes, yeah, it's because of... And Vegeta goes, it's all because of me. Kakarot would be punching the wall for ages, not doing nothing. But it's all because of me. And Vegeta goes, Goku looks at Vegeta and goes, yeah, I'll give that to you, Vegeta. It was because of you. Thank you, you saw my folly in this. Vegeta smiles to you and goes, everyone goes and celebrate. They go have a feed, some food, and they celebrate at Bulma's house. And this is when young Trunks talks about how he's going to go back to his world and fix his time period. Goku and Vegeta tells Trunks to train with the spiritual control that they have taught him. Utilize his power fully. Don't slack off. And not only that, Piccolo even taught Trunks a unique ability. Well, actually, no, Goku taught Trunks a unique ability. And he goes, if you need someone strong enough to train with you, and everyone that you revive is done up to your level, Trunks, Goku teaches Trunks how to force spiritual control, the idea of making a kind of shadow clone. When he makes that clone, Goku goes, now you have a direct copy of yourself. Once you have this copy, you can train and increase your battle potential, your power, And Trunks smiles and sees Goku's plan, and he goes, thank you, Goku. I really appreciate this. Goku goes, you're welcome, Trunks. Everyone says goodbye to Trunks as he heads back to his world to make a better and brighter future, and we'll touch upon that story in a later episode. And as Trunks leaves, everyone smiles. Chi-Chi and them all go, well, it's over, right? And Goku goes, yeah. Oh, before we head home, I'd like to introduce you guys to someone. He goes, Junior. Cell walks out because his name is Cell Junior, but he calls himself Junior. He walks out. He looks like a Cell Junior in all intents of fashion, but he's not at the same time. He bows to everyone. Piccolo goes, he's the upcoming future guardian of Earth. And everyone ponders at what? And Piccolo goes, are you ready, kid? And Cell goes, yeah, I am. He looks at everyone. He thanks everyone for pretty much freeing him. 17, 18 do their own thing, of course. But Cell was really grateful that they freed him. Freed him from the nightmare of being trapped within his other's body, All the DNA that the other Cell absorbed of Goku went into this body, So the other Cell didn't really adapt to get all the powers. So they think. But what happens is, as Cell
and Piccolo leave, Goku and Vegeta, they both look at each other and they tell each other they're going to continue training. Goku heads off home with Chi-Chi as Vegeta begins to train with his family. And so, as the story goes, I want to state, not 7 years has passed, but almost 8 years, okay? Extra year passes, okay? And they all have a catch up, they all gather together, you know? All meet up. And around that time, Vegeta's brother Kaba is going to come to Earth. Because if you, I think in the canon storyline, Kaba comes, Tabo, my bad, it's Tabo, not Kaba. Kaba's Universe 6 fighter. Tabo. Now Vegeta's brother comes to Earth, I think a couple of months after the Buu saga. And because this is a year later, I'm just going to say he comes a year later, to fit the narrative. As he comes, Abbo and Kari come, and their whole storyline goes the same. But it's Goten and Trunks that they both destroy Abbo and Kari, and when they merge, they get destroyed easy by the two boys with nephews. So all in all, the storyline with Tabo relatively goes the same. However, this is where the Buu saga is going to begin. As Abbo and Kari leave, they're kind of disappointed. At the same time, they're happy over the idea that they don't need to hunt Tabo. But what ended up happening is a wizard gets into their mind. He starts to fill them up with false hope, lies, hatred, anger, gives them power, increases their power. And so what happens, they accept it and they become Majin, Abbo and Majin Kari. And in doing so, what happens is they unintentionally become his henchmen. And they live within a ship. Now, Babidi is smart. He waits for the next 6 months. He didn't rush in straight away to revive Majin Buu. He's really smart and meticulous. This time he waits. And so as he gathers his own force to build up, Supreme Kai eventually comes to Earth. Bear in mind there's no tournament. It says Supreme Kai comes to Earth and he appears on the lookout. He walks forward and this is when Mr. Popo bows and goes, "Welcome to Kami's lookout. I am Mr. Popo, his attendant. How may I help you?" And Kabuto walks over to him and goes, "They pretty much have a standing structure like we do, Shin." Shin smiles and goes, "Well then, give him the same respect that we are deserved then." And Kabuto's like, "Yes, Shin. It is good to meet you, Mr. Popo. I am Kabuto, the attendant to the Supreme Kai, Shin." And as Mr. Popo hears Supreme Kai, and he freezes on the spot. Piccolo walks forward with Cell. And Piccolo sees Shin, and as they make contact and talk, Piccolo can sense the God key within Shin, sense the unique power within him, and Cell just listens and learns, And then long story short, Shin explains everything, Babidi, all the jazz of Majin Buu, and this shocks Piccolo, shocks him so that he needs to move the lookout tower to go find the area. And so Piccolo and Shin spend the next few hours flying around the world trying to find Babidi's ship. Piccolo trying to trace the magic until he realizes he knows what he can do. He contacts Baba using his telepathy. Baba's like Guardian, and he asks her if she can do a tracking spell upon any negative, dark, evil magic that's on this planet that has, a higher power level of any magic user that should be. And she goes, "Right on the Guardian." And so as she begins to make a tracking formula to find them, Piccolo instantly contacts Goku and Vegeta. Now back on Mount Paozu, because Goku's close relationship with Vegeta and Bulma and all that, Goku has they have a better living space, better house. Goku has his own training chamber and everything. So Goku is really strong. Not only that, Goten and Gohan, they are strong in themselves. Gohan is a scholar still. I'm gonna still give this to Gohan. He's still going to be a scholar, but he has learned how to balance his fighting, his training, and his studies. Goten, on the other hand, is just like Goku. He has to study, of course, but he will rather train a lot, and this is where it rubs off differently. Goten himself is pretty much as strong as Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from the Buu saga at this present time. At the Cell saga at this present time. But Gohan, he's really strong. Like I'm not gonna lowball him. Gohan, because Goku was there for the 8 years. I'm gonna state that Gohan Super Saiyan, because they all have Super Saiyan 2, they all have cracked it. But Gohan Super Saiyan 2 is relative to Goku Super Saiyan 3, okay? In canon. But none of the drawbacks. Vegeta, he's way stronger. He's as strong as his super beginning counterpart.
where he surpasses Goku. Vegeta's just ridiculously strong. And so, as Piccolo gets a hold of them, he talks to them, all of them via telepathy and tells them the situation. Gohan is happy that Piccolo has informed him, but Gohan has it busy. And Goku understands. He tells him, "Don't worry, we got this." Goten, listen to your mother. Goten said, "But Dad," and Goku instant transmission away. He said, "I don't want to go to school. I want to train and become strong." And Gohan leans over to Goten and goes, "You're going to get your time. Don't you worry. You have a unique power within yourself. You may not be immortal like Dad, but thanks to Dad's immortal healing, you have the ability to heal much more faster and grow stamina, much quicker than any other Saiyan, Goten. So there is that there." Goten looks at Gohan and goes, "Okay, I got you, big brother, thank you." And so what happens is, with Goten happy with what Gohan had to say, back with Kaido's lookout, Goku appears on the lookout, and soon after Vegeta does as well. When Goku walks over, he immediately sees Shin. Shin sees Goku and sees just this immense power, this limitless world. Kibito even sees it too, and he can't help but remark upon us. And then Vegeta appears, and it's just astonishing. Kibito goes, "I've never known any mortal to be this powerful." And Piccolo goes, "Trust me, these two are more powerful than they look, Kibito." Vegeta, Goku. Vegeta goes, "So where is this place anyway?" And he goes, "It took me a while, but I managed to find it. Thanks to Baba. Baba gave me a tracking device, in a sense, to find it. And I located them. They're down there." And Vegeta goes, "Just when my brother is about to leave, this happens. Lucky the Namekian is the reason why I'm here." And Goku smiles. "You just wanted to battle too, Vegeta." And Vegeta goes, "Of course I do. I'm a Saiyan. I'm not going to give up my pride just because I'm growing soft. Hell no." And Goku smiles. And so they head off. The Goku Vegeta head off. What happens is Supreme Kai was going to come, but Goku looks at him and goes, "It's not a good idea. And if you're the god of gods and everything like that, it won't be wise for you to come and get yourself killed now, would it?" And Shin's like, "Yeah, I get you. Stay up here, Piccolo. Me and Vegeta got this." And they head down. And as they head down, what happens is they land. Goten immediately lands by them as well. He goes like, "Goten, what are you?" And he goes, "It's alright, Dad, come on." And Vegeta's like, "You have one of those two, A Kakarot?" And he goes, "Yeah, I do." And he goes, "Your son knows Super Saiyan?" And he goes, "Yeah, Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan annoying." And Vegeta goes, "Yeah, my son Trunks, he fooled me. Now I have to take him to a damn theme park." And Goku laughs and Vegeta's like, they both look at each other and Goku goes, "Goten, go home now." And as that happens, Gohan lands. And what happens is Vegeta's like, "Wow, how are you doing, kid?" And Gohan's like, hey, Vegeta, I'm doing good. Goten, Mom wants you." Goten's like, "No fair, I never get to have fun." And Goku's like, "You come here, you come after us, son." He goes, "Well, I came to get him, but now that I'm here, let's go check this out." And Vegeta smiles and goes, just like a typical Saiyan. And so what goes down is they head out. Vegeta and them heading to near towards Barbady's ship, and this is where Dabura comes and tries to spit on them. But Vegeta immediately senses it. He deflects the spit away using the key barrier to push Dabura away, and then Vegeta backhands Dabura straight into the ground. Vegeta's like, "Damn coward! Only a coward would do that." Dabura gets up, being injured from Vegeta's backhand. Right, but he's about to attack, but Barbady's like, "No, this is good. This is good. That power that he got from striking you is the power we need to revive Boo. All of you, come through the ship. We'll invite them in and challenge them one by one and take their energy." And so what happens is, one by one, Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan are instantly taken on, picked upon in a sense. Unfortunately for Barbary, Gohan's way too strong. One punch on him ends Poipoi's life. Yakon is killed by Goku when he just does a power up. And when it comes to Vegeta fighting Dabura, this is where things are going to change. Out walks Ebo and Kadi, and they smile and they're like, "It's been a while since we've seen you two." And Vegeta's like, "Ebo, Kadi, I thought you went to Planet Tic Tac with my brother." And what happens is they smile, they say nothing, and they look at each other and they walk over and they begin to merge. They merge into a stronger version of themselves. And doing so, Vegeta's like, "So simply you're gonna power up and fight me? Remember what happened last time you fought us?
Kakarot almost killed you. They get so angry and they power up. They rush at Vegeta and Vegeta's like, very well then. Vegeta powers up Super Saiyan and lands a real mighty punch at them. And in doing so, Vegeta does a spirit fusion and forcefully separates them. But at the same time, his spirit fusion forces the magic out of them. The Majin Buu mark. And for a brief moment, they go back to themselves and they plead for Vegeta to rescue them, to save them. And then the Majin Buu mark comes over and they go back to being their ways. And Vegeta's like, I'm coming. And then Deborah jumps in the way and spits on Vegeta. Vegeta manages to block it, but his arm begins to turn to stone. And just before Vegeta dies, Vegeta appears right in front of Deborah, grabs Deborah's face and holds it, and he goes, if I'm not dying, you're coming with me! Boom! Vegeta does one massive big bang, blows up Deborah's head and body. Vegeta turns to stone, and then returns back into a human form. Vegeta hits the ground, he's like, and then Abba and Kadi begins to kick Vegeta and beat him down. Smashing around, Vegeta tries to attack, but because of the fact that he was just turned to stone, his body's in a fatigue state. And so Vegeta's sluggish is missing all his shots, missing all his attacks, can't do nothing to them. He gets really annoyed, but it's the reality that he's facing right now. And as Vegeta goes to throw a punch, what happens is the merged Abba and Kadi manage to grab it, bites Vegeta's hand, and throws him, spins him around. And as Vegeta hits the wall, his back turned, Abba and Kadi does that massive Waha attack, his big cannon, and shoots it at Vegeta's back multiple times, damaging Vegeta badly. Vegeta's like, he finally recovers, and as the last attack is about to hit him, what ends up happening is Goku appears in front of him and cuts it in half. Vegeta's like, I didn't need your help, Kakarot. Goku puts his hand over Vegeta and begins to heal him, and he goes, you haven't noticed Vegeta, have you? And Vegeta's like, what? Goku heals Vegeta, and Vegeta stands up, fully healed. And Abba and Kaido's like, well, the merged vision, like, what the hell? Vegeta looks right at them, and a blink of an eye appears, instantly turns Super Saiyan. He punches their gut, forcefully separates them both. And as they both separate, Vegeta punches them both really hard in the face, a good 5 times each. But one is for Vegeta's gratification, and 2 is to force Barbady's magic out of them. And indeed, it works. Barbady's magic gets forced out of both of them. They're both looking at Vegeta and they're crying, apologizing. And Vegeta goes, it wasn't your fault. And as that happens, what happens is Barbady's already happy. He's achieved his goal. Majin Buu has been resurrected and he's floating around. Abba and Kadi are like on the ground, and Majin Buu goes, those two could be perfect candy. Vegeta's like, you're not touching them. He goes, you're not stopping me. Majin Buu explodes, destroying Barbady's ship, and after Vegeta and them get out of there, and they manage for the dust to settle, Vegeta and them look down and they see Majin Buu eating 2 cookies. Abba and Kadi. Vegeta gets angry and he shoots a massive ki blast, but Buu laughs and bounces it away, and tells him, that's cute, catch this, Vegeta. Vegeta's like, huh? Instantly shoots a chocolate beam, but Vegeta manages to dodge it, and Majin Buu makes it track Vegeta. Vegeta, what the hell? And Vegeta pretty much does a smart move where he deflects it into Buu, but Buu manages to make it flick around him, and it accidentally hits Barbary. Vegeta lands, Buu catches Barbary and goes, I should really undo this, but oh well. He eats Barbary immediately, and he instantly transforms. A sinister looks over, goes over Buu's face and goes, I see now. I am the ultimate destroyer being. My name is Majin Buu. And as Goku, Vegeta, and look on, Buu smiles, having absorbed Barbary and has his evil intention. And as he begins to look at proceed and power up, this is where I'm going to leave this one off, guys. I hope you guys like this. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment down below. And yeah, please take care of you guys selves and don't do nothing stupid, I guess. And I hope you guys stay tuned for my next videos. But as usual, guys, this is Dr. Kahu saying peace.